Hey everybody, welcome to the List Critics. I am Armageddon Time.
Oh, snap, Armageddon Time. I thought he wasn't on the show anymore.
Yeah, there was a bit of a snafu much earlier on in the List Critics career, and we parted ways, but I am back, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, just to set the record straight, Jesse's coming on as a guest because somebody, I forgot who, on the last episode suggested that we do an episode with all three of us just to see what it's like. And I said, you know what, that's a pretty good idea.
Hell yeah.
So, to be honest, Jesse, I was just telling Tanya before we pulled you into the call, I was like, oh, I hope he shows up, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have lots of lists to get through. So let's get through them.
Oh, big stretch. Okay.
Okay, the first list was sent to me by, well, shit, I don't know who sent it.
Off to a good start. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, every other list I have listed who sent it and all that shit, but yeah. Okay, it was sent in by Mr. Lover of Ganja, and this is on Geekscape.net. It is the top 10 best blooper heroes.
Blooper heroes.
I'm guessing they mean like superheroes that are like kind of goofy or like a spoof of superheroes. So there you go.
Or maybe the way that they got their superpower was like a really silly accident or something?
No, they're definitely talking about like spoofs and like cartoon characters and that kind of stuff.
Okay, alright.
Alright, so here we go. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm stoked.
Number 10 is Dynamut from the Scooby-Doo Dynamut Hour.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I might have seen a handful of episodes of that show.
Wasn't he basically like the same exact drawing of Scooby-Doo, just colored gray?
No, I thought that was Scooby-Dum, wasn't it?
Well, I'm looking at a picture, actually, and side by side they look almost exactly the same, except that Dynamut's gray and he's got like a cape.
Yeah, well, when you're talking about Scooby-Doo, you definitely got Blooper right in there, that's for sure.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Number 9 is Batmite, of course, from the Batman comics. He was that goofy little... You guys probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was in the 50s and 60s. The Batman comics were actually very goofy, which is kind of where the 60s TV show came from, because that's what the comics were like at that time. And they had this little imp. Like, do you guys know Mr. and Mrs. Pitalik from Superman?
Pitalik?
Mr. Mrs. Pitalik.
Mixelplix?
Well, that's how... That is who I'm talking about, but that's not how you say it.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of like visually seeing it, but yes.
Okay, yeah, he's kind of like the Batman version of that guy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's best left forgotten.
They should bring him back.
No.
New 52.
Actually, they did do a story recently that he was there, but he was kind of a hallucination, so... Yeah. Number 8 is Earthworm Jim. I think Earthworm Jim is lame.
Earthworm Jim sucks major ball sacks.
All of these so far are lame.
I actually had at one point a soft spot for Earthworm Jim until I recently played through the game thinking, you know what, it's not so bad. And then on my channel I played through it with Katie, my girlfriend, and, doesn't really hold up.
Yeah. Yeah, I never liked it to begin with. I thought it was overrated. Number 7 is The Mystery Men from the comics, The Mystery Men, and also there was that movie with Ben Stiller.
That's pretty good.
I actually kind of like the movie.
I like the movie too.
I didn't actually see it.
Oh.
It was pretty funny. It was good.
Yeah, it was funny enough without being goofy.
Wasn't there a guy in that his power was just like farting?
Yeah, it was the guy who played Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, Paul Rubens.
Paul
right.
Rubens.
Yeah. Number 6 is Captain Invincible from a movie that I've never heard of called The Return of Captain Invincible. So I've never heard of this, and I gotta show you guys this picture of this movie poster. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, and I'm on YouTube. Here, take a look at this. Why would they call it The Return of if there's only one movie?
That is the happiest superhero I've ever seen.
Wow.
The gayest superhero I've ever seen.
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah.
Focus on the bulge there.
Yeah. Wow.
He has a sock in his crotch.
I think he's got a sock drawer in his crotch.
I think he has several crotches there.
Yeah, you can't really call that a crotch. It's more like 3 or 4. I've never heard of this movie. The Return of Captain... Have you guys ever heard of this?
Never.
No, but it looks intriguing.
I just found it on IMDb. Let's see. It's apparently he was like a World War II hero and like kind of got Captain America. Actually, he's like a huge ripoff of Captain America because it's the return of because he was like away for a while and then it comes back and it was direct to DVD is probably why you haven't actually heard of it.
Ooh.
Do you guys look at that poster again? Do you recognize who that is? That actor?
It's a little fuzzy.
Well, you're a little blind, but when I tell you, it's going to blow your mind. Tanya, do you recognize him?
It's familiar, but I can't place it.
That is Alan Arkin.
No,
Alan
way.
Yeah.
How old is this movie?
Early 80s, 1983.
Okay. Oh my god.
And the villain apparently was played by Christopher Lee. Now I have to see this movie.
What?
Christopher Lee?
Superman
Are you
is
serious?
not known.
He played Mr. Midnight. I have to see this now. This may be the greatest movie ever that I've never seen.
Wow.
Yeah, that it's really bad. Wow, okay.
Maybe so bad it's good kind of thing?
Nah, I don't know about that. Number 5 is Freakazoid from that cartoon.
I like the cartoon.
A little after my time.
I like the more surreal humor. It's like it took Animaniacs humor and went a step even further with it.
No, see, Animaniacs is classic. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
Never really liked the Animaniacs, although there was some really funny jokes hidden in there. For some reason, the next one is number 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a number 4, but there's also a number 4.5. I don't know. This list is weird. So it's basically a top 11 list at this point. So, yeah, number 4.5 is Captain Klutz, which was a Mad Magazine guy.
I'm not too familiar with Mad Magazine. I'd only read a couple issues.
You know the Don Martin stuff with the goofy drawings and whatnot. Like if I showed you, I'm going to show you guys the artwork. You'd probably recognize the artwork right away because everything that Don Martin has ever drawn looks exactly the same.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know why they had a number 4.5, but number 4 is Forbush Man, who is Forbush Man's actually I think he's the official mascot of Marvel Comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
They wouldn't pick like Spider-Man or the X-Men or something?
Well, they're not mascots. They're actual superheroes. It's a picture, if you don't remember who I'm talking about. It's like the goofiest motherfucker ever.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Got a pot on his pot for a head.
Yeah, his head is a pot.
He looks like Weemoo and Crack or something.
No, Weemoo has a colander.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like the DC equivalent would be Ambush Bug.
Oh my god.
Number
They gotta
3.
work on their mascots.
Yeah, number 3 is the Tick. I never liked the Tick.
You know, actually, you know who's really fond of the Tick is Richie's really fond of the Tick.
I can see that.
I'm not too fond of him, but Richie
Jesse, you like the Tick, right?
I do. I like the Tick cartoon. The live action,
I never even saw the live action one. I can't imagine watching that without, laughing at it. Not with it, but at it.
Oh yes.
Number 2 is another cartoonish superhero called Slapstick. This one I'm not familiar with.
Is he into the slappy?
He looks like a joke. I mean, just like a jester with a giant steampunk hammer. I'm just going to move past this one. And number 1 is the Flaming Carrot from the Flaming Carrot comics from Dark Horse.
Oh wow. Now see, I only know of the Flaming Carrot, but when it comes to comics, his name comes up a lot, strangely.
Well, it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just don't like the blooper heroes because, like, most of these just make me kind of go, What do you say, Tanya? Out of we'll say 10.5.
Out of 10.5, I'm gonna say 4.5.
4.5. Okay, this is the only time we're allowing halves on the list, critics. Jesse, so you say 4.5. Jesse, what do you say?
I'm not going to give it the half. I say 4.
I'm going to say 4 as well. Yeah. For what it is, I guess. I don't know. All right. Benny Jesser sent me a very simple one. There's a top 5 list. It's his top 5 favorite video game series.
Oh, okay.
Can't get much simpler than that.
This is a personal one, right?
Say that again?
This is a personal list?
Yes, this is his list.
Okay.
Number 5 is Final Fantasy. I think we all like Final Fantasy. Number 4 is Age of Empires, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever played any of those.
Oh, I have really good games, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 3 is Dragon Quest. You know, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Quest.
Of course.
I just played through Dragon Quest 1.
Yeah.
You know, Jesse thought that was a really long game until I announced that I was almost done with it.
Yeah,
it's only like
what?
It's like under 20 videos, right, I think?
It is exactly 20 videos.
20 videos, yeah.
And I thought it was going to be like 60 or 70 videos long.
Maybe if I did Dragon Quest, like 5 or 6, they would be that long.
Well,
what is that noise?
I don't know.
I don't know who that's coming from, but
it's not coming from my end.
I don't think so from my end. I have my headphones in.
Whatever it is, it just stopped. I don't know. It was weird. Okay, his number 2 pick is, here it goes again. There's that sound again. You guys.
Oh, that's my rat. Sorry.
You got a pet rat?
You dirty rat. They have several pet rats.
No, they're really, really cute. They're like little dogs in cages. They're really.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of weird animals over there.
Nice.
Number 2 is Castlevania, which you guys know is my favorite series.
Yeah, that'll warm the cockles of your heart.
Indeed. And his number 1 favorite video game series is actually the Kirby series.
Kirby?
Unexpected.
I think everybody likes Kirby, but that's the first time I've ever heard anybody say it's their favorite.
I don't see why it couldn't be somebody's favorite, understandably.
It makes sense. Out of 5, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 5. It's not what I would pick, but it is his favorites, not my favorites. So, and there's nothing on there that I would poop on, so I'm going to give it a 5. Jesse, what do you say?
I'd have to give it a 5, too. I think they're all pretty good. Like, even Age of Empires was kind of a surprise, but they sell, so,
Yeah. And Tanya?
I have to agree. 5. I mean, like
3
he
perfect
said.
scores.
Hey.
Hey now.
Way to go, buddy.
Okay, Shodate has returned. Our Japanese friend, Tanya.
Oh, I love him.
And apparently he didn't get the memo where I told everybody that the maximum number that you can send is 100 list.
Oh, are you telling me he did another 500 list?
He sent me his top 230 list.
Oh boy.
So
pull up a chair.
I'm not going to read all 230 because we're not doing that now. What I don't understand is what this is top 231. I mean, it's games, obviously. But this is what he put, top 230 of all time. Sorry, far as I can without coming out obsessiveness over one genre. And, I mean, he already sent the top 500 games,
Good God.
So
I'm wondering, what's the difference between that list and this list?
Maybe he thinks that now that he's trimmed it down to 230, that we'll actually do it. Maybe.
But we already read the top 100.
I know.
It's a revised list.
You know what? Before I read any of this, let me just, because he numbered it this time, let me cross-reference it with his top 500 and see if it's the same thing. Because if it's the same thing, I'm not going to fucking read it, Why would I?
Seriously, Jesse, it was like a top 500 list you sent us.
And they were not numbered.
That would be overwhelming.
They were not numbered, and there were no systems or anything. It was really irritating, and I'm having a hard time actually finding that top 500 list. Let me actually. Was that last episode, Tanya?
I think it might have been. Yeah.
Let me look in my List Critics folder here, and that would, because I do keep the text files. Let's see. Because like I said, there's no sense in me he sent other lists, so you can go to his other list, but there's no sense in me reading it, the top 100, if it's the same 100 as last time,
Yeah, he sent us quite a few of those lists, actually. It's not the first time. He sent us a few pretty long lists like that, so...
Well, he sent us... Yeah, well, here it is. Here is his top 100 games of all time, and I'm just going to look at this and see if it's the same thing. Because if it is, I'm not going to read it. There's no sense in us taking up a whole bunch of time for that, you know? All
Doing
right,
the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to compare the top 10 here. Let's see. All right, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same. It's the same.
So he says the same list.
Yeah.
So he just tagged on an extra 130.
Okay,
On
no,
top
okay.
of
All right. It is revised because he's changed the order around a little bit and he's added a few new games here. The top, like, 12 or so are the same, but then after that it changes.
Okay.
Do you guys want to hear it? I'm going to leave it up to you guys.
What do you think, Jesse?
You get to hear me mispronounce Japanese words.
Well, why don't we do just the top 100 again?
Well, that I would never do anything more than that.
Well, of course. There you go.
Yeah, I told you, I'm not going to... Guys, if you send me a list of more than 100, I'm going to cut off at 100. Keep telling you that. All right, so you want to do that? All right, we'll do that.
Sure.
Now, I'm just going to list off 10 at a time, and then we'll make our comments, okay?
Okay.
All right.
And of course, some of these are... Actually, almost all of them are in Japanese.
Huh.
So... that's always fun.
This is my favorite part of List Critics right here.
I knew you wouldn't say no to hearing this revised list, Tanya, because you love to hear me do this. Here we go. Number 100 is Ultima Seisha Hinomichi, which is Quest of the Avatar. That's Ultima 4. Number 99 is Tokaido Gojusen Tsugi. And, yeah, awesome game. That's it was never released here. It's Stations of a Tokaido. Of course. Number 98 is Itadaki Street 2 Neon Sign Wabare no Ironi. We obviously never got that. That's that Monopoly style game. Number 97 is Idea no Hi, or maybe it's Idea no Hi. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's Day of the Idea, I guess. Number 96 is, Daikaiju Monogatari 2, which I think is like a drumming game. Number 95 is Espolis Denki, which is Lufia.
Yeah.
Number 94 is Fighter's History Mizuguchi Kikipatsu, which we never got. Number 93 is Fushigo no Dungeon 2 Furai no Shirin. Number 92 is Suishi no Dragon. And number 91 is Rockman 7. We know that one is Mega Man 7. Right.
Well, let's see. We got the Espolis and the Mega Man 7. That's about as best I can do.
Yeah, you got Mega Man and Lufia. Well, there's also, like Fushigi no Dungeon is Mysterious Dungeon. Fighter's History is that fighting game based off of Karnoff. You know, Itadaki Street 2 is, that game that came out. I think it's called Fortune Street in America.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Wii?
Yeah, that's the newest one. That series has actually been around since the Famicom.
Wow.
Yeah. So that you know a little bit more than that. Any comments there before I move on?
Wow.
They're definitely Japanese titles. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Number 90 is Rockman X. We know that as Mega Man X.
Nice.
Number 89 is Yu Yuki, which sounds like a recipe for eggs, but there you have it. It's actually, the full title of that is Famicom Fairy Tales Yu Yuki, apparent from what I'm seeing. Number 88 is Super Contra 7. Is that even a real game?
What? Really?
Seventh Contra?
What?
Well, there's been lots of Contra. Oh, it's a pirate game. Okay. He likes it. Number 87 is Seiken Psycho Caliber. Number 86 is Pro Golfer Saru Kage no Tournament. Number 85 is Taiko no Tatsujin. Number 84 is Waka Taka Ozumo Brothers Dream Match. Sounds like a Japanese porno. Number 83 is Taiko no Tatsujin 14. They made 14 of them, apparently. Number 82 is Spartan X2. And number 81 is Taiko no Tatsujin DS.
I've actually played that before.
Which ones?
Taiko no Tatsujin DS.
Well, since there's a 14 in the DS, I'm going to assume that it's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's pretty much like a rhythm taiko drum game.
Taiko Drum Master. So he does like those.
They're okay. It's like Donkey Konga.
Yeah. Any comments there on those?
Super Contra 7. That's all I gotta say.
I'm waiting for the request. There you go.
I just looked at it myself, and yeah, there you have it. I mean, you know what's funny is you look at that game, and almost everything is graphics taken from other games.
Like Final Fight, and yeah.
Yeah, little Double Dragon in there too.
Yeah.
Where was I? Okay, so let's see. Number 80 is Seikima to Akuma no Gyakushu. And that one has an exclamation point at the end. That's how serious about it they are.
Serious business?
Yeah, the Saikushu, that's serious fucking business. I missed my spot. Where was I? Okay, 79 is Super Robot Spirits. We know that is Super Robot Wars. Number 78 is Taiko no Tatsujin DS do Roron Yokai Daikessen. Okay. Number 77 is Hikari Shinwa Palenthia no Kagami. Number 76 is Taiko no Tatsujin Plus. He really likes his drumming.
No kidding.
How am I going to say this one? Number 75 is Muka Shibanashi Shin Onigashi.
Bravo.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 74 is Zelda no Densitsu, the Hyrule Fantasy. We know that one as The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Number 73 is Deep Dungeon. Number 72 is Soul Blader. I wonder if he means Soul Blazer. Or is there really a game called Soul Blader?
Maybe Soul Blader is like, the Japanese kind of corruption of...
Actually, yeah, it is the same game as Soul Blazer. So that's Soul Blazer.
Cool.
And number 71 is Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden. Mocha Cappuccino plus EX Terminated.
Oh, man.
How many drumming games is he going to put on here, I wonder?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Well, you got 14 there, and you've named off, 5 or 6?
Yeah, I mean, there was the 14, there was the DS, there was another DS one, and then there was from another series, and there was Plus, and... Yeah.
Actually, I got a question about those drumming games on, the DS.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could use the stylus and whatever, to do the whole rhythm thing, but is it really... I mean, wouldn't it be better on a console using, the Guitar Hero type controllers, you know what I mean? Or
They don't have those in Japan.
They don't have those in Japan?
They don't?
Guitar Hero's never been released in Japan.
Really?
I didn't know that, honestly.
Wouldn't that be right up their alley, though?
Neither is Rock Band, because they have their own versions. They have Guitar Freaks, they have Drum Mania. Konami makes almost all the ones over there.
Wow.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if they tried to release Guitar Hero in Japan, they would just a rip-off of Guitar Freaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just learned something. Wow, okay.
You learn something new every day.
Moving on. Number 70 is Taiko no Tatsujin Wii Mina de Party Sandaime.
Every time.
Hold on one second, guys. Yes? All right. Where was I? Yeah, 69 is Nobunaga no Yabu. We know that is Nobunaga's ambition. Number 68 is Shin Bokura no Tayo Gyakusha no Sabata. For my bunghole.
Bought the t-shirt, man.
Yeah. What that means is I went to Japanese drumming games and all I got was a stupid... Actually, that's the second Buktai game.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Or that sort of RPG on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
It is pseudo-RPG.
Yeah, number 67 is Bokura no Tayo, which would be the first Buktai game. Number 66 is Golden Sun, which can suck my dick.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. Number 65 is Mother 2. We know it as Earthbound. That's another one that can...
Yeah! Oh, I'm alone on this one.
You are alone on that one.
Forever alone.
Yeah, number 64 is Pokemon Green version. We know that as the blue version. Number 63 is Seiken Densetsu 2. We know that one as Secret of Mana. And number 62 is Mana no Yusha. He actually put Heroes of Mana in parentheses, so that's what that one is. And number 61 is RPG Tsukura Super Dante, which we know as RPG Maker.
RPG Maker, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where they were going with that last one.
That one kind of goes wonky with the Earthbound, Golden Sun, and Pokemon.
Actually, did we have a discussion about this before, Necro, about the RPG Maker games not really being a game, but an editor? I mean,
Yeah, it's an engine. It's not...
I guess theoretically you could make a game within it, but then you can't really rate it, because then you can just change the game as you like.
Well,
Exactly.
I think that he's just saying that he has a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I get out of it anyway.
Maybe the quality of the maker itself is that good.
But it is not really a game. That is true.
Honestly, I mean, I've actually tinkered around with it, and let me tell you, it's not that great.
Well, that's a lot older than the ones that you used.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Number 60 is Jungle no Uji Tarchan Sike Manu Dai Kotoro no Maki.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that is such a long title. I simply have to find out what the fuck. It's going to be like Jungle Hunt or something, you know?
Or maybe one of those Choaniki style games.
Oh god, I hope not. Actually, yeah, it's wow, all right. It would be Jungle King Tarchan if it was translated. It's based on some anime. Number 59 is JoJo no Kim Yunaboken. I think last time we determined that was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
Number 58 is Maten Densitsu Senritsu no Uparts. We had a good laugh over that one last time, remember?
Uparts.
Yeah.
Don't touch my Uparts.
Yeah. Number 57 is Majin Tensei 2 Spiral Nemesis. Of course, that's part of the Mega 10 series, I believe. Number 56 is Mario no Super Picross. We know that as Mario's Super Picross. Number 55 is Mahujin Guru Guru 2. It's twice the Guru as the first one. Number 54 is Persona. Yay, nice. Game we recognize.
All right.
Number 53 is Mahu Kishi Rayearth, Magical Knight Rayearth. Number 52 is Taiko no Tatsujin Waku Waku Anime Matsuri, another drumming game. And number 51 is Monarch, which is the sequel to Dragon Slayer 7.
So the first game on this list we come across with Mario in it is Picross?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, this guy's very much RPGs and drumming games and like sports. You don't see many platformers on his list.
Yeah, I guess so.
I hope it's not the last Mario game, but I think it might be.
Well, Mario RPG could be on there, maybe.
I don't think it will be. Tanya's Rat, what do you think? That's what I'm hearing.
I have no words for this.
I'm just going to move on. Number 50 is Mado Monogatari Hanamaro Daio Chenji.
And then your mouth falls off.
It felt like it.
Take those marbles out of your mouth.
If I tried to say it again, it would kill me. Yeah. The 49 is Papalo Kwa Monogatari. I think we had a good laugh over that one last time.
Yeah, we did.
Number 48 is Haro Kanaro Toki no Naka de 2. Whatever. Number 47 is Jikyu Oshaberi Parodius. We know that as Parodius. Number 46 is Portopia Satsujin Jiken. Number 45 is Legend of Zelda 2, The Link no Boken. Of course, we know that as Zelda 2, Adventure of Link.
Yes!
Number 44 is Machi. Number 43 is Haru Kanaro Toki no Naka de 3. Number 42 is Ys vs. Sora no Kaseki Mugen Saga. That's that fighting game. It's a crossover between Ys and Legend of Heroes.
Cool.
And number 41 is Deep Dungeon 4 Kuro no Yojatsushi.
Oh, okay,
I had sushi for dinner. I did too.
Well, I gotta say, I'm already quite a fan of this guy if he's putting Zelda 2 on this list.
Yeah. Well, I know we all love Zelda 2, I think, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to move on. 40 is Harukanaru Toki no Naka de. Number 39 is Sorcerian, which is Dragon Slayer 5. Number 38 is Dragon Quest 9, Holge's Sentinels of the Starry Skies.
There you go.
I was waiting for that, seriously.
It's impossible to say. Number 37 is Deep Dungeon 3, Yushi Hei no Tabi. Number 36 is Dragon Slayer 2, Xanadu. Number 35 is... Don't do that. I hated that movie. Number 35 is Ys 1, Ancient Ys Vanished. Number 34 is Dragon Quest 7, Eden no Senshitachi, which is Warriors of Eden. Number 33 is Final Fantasy 2. Number 32 is Ys 4, Mask of the Sun. And number 31 is Sorcerian. He revised this list, Tanya.
Wait, he just had it twice.
Last time he had Sorcerian twice, and we made fun of him. And he revised it, and he still has Sorcerian twice.
Can we make fun of him doubling now? I mean, is that what we can do now?
What are you, an idiot?
Can we point and laugh?
I'm sorry. Let me say that properly. Bakarayu! Ha ha ha! Seriously, man, he revised the list and he still put Sorcerian twice. And
Maybe it's an in-joke at this point.
There's a million different types of Sorcerian, so I assume one of them is like one of the add-ons. I'm going to move on. Number 30 is Dragon Quest. Number 29 is Final Fantasy VII. Number 28 is Perfect Collection Sorcerian. So Sorcerian again, but that's one of the add-ons. Number 37 is Shonen Yangus, which was the prequel to Dragon Quest VIII. Number 26 is Dragon Quest Monsters Terry's Wonderland 3D. That might be the newest game on this list. Number 25 is Ys 3 Wanderers from Ys. Number 24 is Final Fantasy. Number 23 is Megami Tensei. Number 22 is Chrono Trigger. I think he means Chrono Trigger.
Hold on.
He forgot the O. And number 21 is Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne.
You know, I think I remember correctly in the other list where he had Chrono Trigger in a different spot too. And
yeah, he's added some stuff and moved some stuff around.
It should really be higher up, but whatever.
But 22 is very low for Chrono Trigger.
And we're already getting very RPG heavy into the list now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, actually, all right, just out of those 10 that I just read, Dragon Quest RPG, Final Fantasy VII RPG, Sorcerian RPG, Shonen Yangus RPG, Dragon Quest Monsters RPG, Ys 3 RPG, Final Fantasy RPG, Megami Tensei RPG, Chrono Trigger RPG, Shin Megami Tensei 3 RPG. So that's 10 RPGs in a row.
Boom.
And if actually I go back further, Sorcerian, Ys 4, Final Fantasy 2, Dragon Quest 7, Ys 1, Dragon Quest. I have to go all the way back to number 44 is Machi. That might be an RPG.
Oh, wow.
But really, I mean, like Megami Tensei 3 is better than Chrono Trigger? Really?
Shin Megami Tensei 3.
I'm sorry, Shin Megami.
Don't forget the Shin.
Well, it's a different series.
But it's like, really? Honestly? Really? All
To,
right.
to this person,
I guess.
heck, I like Zelda 2 more than Ocarina of Time. Shoot me in the foot.
Bang.
Oh, shit, I'm getting blood everywhere.
All right. Well, that's not the first time I heard that one. Number 20, Final Fantasy IX. Number 19, Megami Tensei Gaiden Last Bible. Number 18 is Eiyu Densetsu 3 Shiroki Majo. You know, since we're in the top 20, I feel like I should figure out what the hell that is. Eiyu Densetsu 3. What the hell is that?
Is it like a Secret Mana game, maybe, or?
No. Densetsu just means Legend of. Oh, it's Legend of Heroes. Legend of Heroes.
The actual, okay.
Legend of Heroes, which one is that? He said 3, but that's 2 to us.
My brain.
Oh, well, have you seen any episode of Clear and Confusion?
Oh,
yeah.
Great. It was great.
Oh, man. Number 17 is Gilgamesh Sorcerian. Number 16 is Sorcerian New Scenario Volume 1, The Visitor from Outer Space. Number 15 is Yushi no Mancho Deep Dungeon. Number 14 is Final Fantasy 3. Number 13 is Seiken Densetsu 3. Number 12 is Eiyu Densetsu 4 Akai Shizuku, which is Legend Heroes 4. Number 11 is Dragon Quest 2 Akuryo no... Pantheon of Evil Spirits. And that's number 11, so... Yeah. Like, once again, 10 RPGs, so...
Man, this guy has a lot of time on his hands to get through all these RPGs.
I think he may have added more RPGs to this version of his list.
I was actually going to say, yeah, it seems like it.
Finally, here's the top 10. Final Fantasy IV is number 10. Number 9 is Shin Megami Tensei 2. I guess he means both of them. Number 8 is Persona 2 Batsu no Tsumi. That is both of those. Number 7 is Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei, going way back to the original there. Number 6 is Final Fantasy V. Number 5 is Dragon Quest IV Michibikari... Chapters of the Chosen. Number...
Plug it.
Number 4 is Ys 5 Ushimo... Alright. I'm not going to say it. Kefin Lost City of Gold. Number 3 is Final Fantasy VI. Number 2 is Dragon Slayer 4 Drazzle Family. We know that one is Legacy of the Wizard. And his number 1 pick hasn't changed. Dragon Quest 3 and Into the Legend. Alright, out of 100. I'm going to take off 10 points right away for putting Sorcerian twice. And then take another 10 points off for doing it again.
And I'm going to take off an extra 10 points for having Earthbound on there.
Yes, and then I agree. And then Also for having Golden Sun on there, so I'm going to say it's a 65.
I'm actually going to go a little lower and say a 60.
Yeah. We're sick of the same list. What do you say, Jesse? He's going to go higher. He's going to go higher.
You know I'm going to go higher.
Is it Earthbound, your lover?
My lover, Earthbound. All right, it's a good game. I'm not going to defend it to the end of the earth, but it's good. No, 75. I like drumming games.
So does he. Okay. I do have other lists by him, but they're a little later on my schedule, so we'll get back to him. 420 Hagar sent me his list of his top 10 voices in metal. So he's talking about vocalists in metal.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Who would you expect to see on here, Tanya?
Oh, God.
Who you think is the best metal vocalist of all time?
Best metal? Oh, honestly, I couldn't even tell you right now. I mean,
all right,
I'm
give me
listening
one
to
that's
so many
awesome.
right now.
Give me one that's awesome that you'd expect to see on here.
Zombie.
Rob Zombie, really?
Yeah, I love him. He's great.
Yeah, but that's all studio. When you see him live, he sounds like an idiot.
Oh, I've seen him live. He's great in live, too. I mean, I love him. But that's me, though.
What do you say, Jesse?
Oh, names? Oh, dear. Okay.
You can say the guy from or whatever, you know.
I don't know, what's his name? Bruce Dickinson?
Okay, from Iron Maiden. Yeah, that's who I would pick personally.
All right, I got a name in there.
Let's see who we. Okay, number 10 is Chuck Schuldiner. He was the vocalist in Death until he passed away, unfortunately.
Oh.
The grandfather of death metal. He pretty much invented it.
So Death is like the first death metal band?
They were among the first, yeah.
Yeah.
Very apt name.
Yes, exactly. Number 9 is Johan Haig from Amon Amarth. So obviously this guy definitely likes his growlers. Number 8 is going in the opposite direction, Jorn Lund from Masterplan.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Oh, there's the operatic style, you know.
Wow.
Number 7 is Roy Khan Sater Kanastatat from Camelot. So definitely we got a definite variety of different types of voices here.
Wow, Camelot, really, huh?
I like this list so far. Number 6, going in a completely different direction, James Hetfield from Metallica.
Wow, this is all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's one crazy map we're following.
I would call it a well-rounded list though, because it's definitely different types of metal. Number 5, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy.
Going in a completely different direction.
Good.
Number 4, Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden.
Hey, there you go.
Only number 4, wow. Number 3, James LaBrie of Dream Theater.
Oh,
yeah,
he's one of the greatest. Number 2, Mikhail Ackerfeld from Opeth. Now, he's good because he could do the growl and the singing equally well.
That would be difficult.
Yeah.
Love Opeth.
I've seen him live, too, and he switches between the two like it's nothing. Like it's nothing.
That's a trained voice.
His number 1 pick is Russell Allen from Symphony X. And I gotta say, there is something to that, because Russell Allen has such range that he could do that high, like Jeff Tate or Bruce Dickinson voice, and then he can go into that low grumble that James Hetfield does, and he could do that in one sentence.
Yeah, but I don't think he's like the best. I mean, honestly, I think I put Bruce before him.
I think I'd put Bruce as number 1, James LaBrie as number 2, Mikhail Ackerfeld as number 3, and then Russell Allen. But I can understand why, because Russell Allen definitely has the greatest range. It's an excellent list, though.
So maybe the list is garnered on, I don't want to say talent, but like vocal ability?
Well, he said the best voices. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. There's nobody on here that I wouldn't put on here, except for maybe Ozzy. But even though I think he's weird, he does have a very iconic voice because nobody else sings like Ozzy except for maybe Warrell Dane. Yeah, it's a 10. That's a great list. What do you say, Jesse?
I'm not too familiar with maybe half of these bands, unfortunately.
I have to take my word for it, man.
You know what, man? From what I know, from the names I know, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10.
And what do you say, Tanya?
Well, I disagree with some of the placements. I do love all of them on there, so I'm going to say 10 out of 10, too.
Yeah. Okay, so another perfect score from 3 list critics, peoples.
Congratulations, you win nothing!
A winner is you. You win pride.
Yeah.
Internet pride.
Internet pride.
So tell your friends.
Yeah, Hey, somebody on the internet liked what I said.
Dropping a bucket, son.
Splashfire 0x has sent me his top 10 GameCube games.
Oh, wow. Now I'm interested.
I think I'll like this.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm not going to like it just based on what I'm seeing. Number 10 is Pokemon Coliseum. Yeah.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
My interest just went spiked down. But
well, you know, I gotta say though, if I'm gonna play any of the Pokemon games, it'd probably be like the stadium games and not the RPGs.
Yeah, straight up fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 9 is Kirby Air Ride. Believe it or not.
Really?
I have a feeling
I never played that.
I have a feeling it's okay, but I have a feeling this guy's GameCube collection might be kind of small. Number 8 is the King Kong game.
King Kong?
The King Kong? The movie King Kong?
Yeah, the movie, the King, yeah.
Peter Jackson?
Jackson one, yeah. I played like a few minutes of that, the Xbox version, and I was like, this is bad.
It's not a good game at all.
No, it's
but
not.
Maybe he put it on the list. Maybe his like grandma bought it for him, for Christmas. She's like, "Oh, kids like this," and maybe he's like, "Sure, grandma, I'll put it on my list." That kind
of. Oh yeah, like she's gonna hear the list. Yeah, I mean, maybe he only has 10 GameCube games.
Yeah, maybe. And he's just putting them in the order in which he likes them.
Yeah. Number 7 is Soul Calibur 2. Now that's a good one.
That's a classic.
Yeah. Number 6 is Metroid Prime, another good one.
Good one.
Yeah, now we're getting into the good games. Number 5 is Resident Evil 4.
Awesome.
Great game.
Awesome game.
Number 4 is weird. I mean, it's a good game. Luigi's Mansion. I don't think it's better than Soul Calibur and Metroid, but...
Yeah, but it's good.
It's a good game.
Good game, yeah.
Maybe a little higher on the list should be...
You mean lower on the list.
Or lower on the list?
Number 3 is Super Smash Bros. Melee. You can't have a top 10 GameCubes list without Super Smash Bros. Melee. Number 2 is Pikmin 2, one of my favorites.
Love Pikmin.
And his number 1 pick is an unusual one. It's Super Mario Sunshine, which I did like quite a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good platforming.
Number 1. He has a note here. It says, I know you're probably going to give this a low score considering I don't have a Zelda game on there. I'm not a fan of Zelda. I tried to get into it, but it's just not for me.
Ooh.
That's not a bad
but
thing.
at least
no, that is a bad
he was nice about it.
Zelda is for everybody.
Yes.
Well,
Wind
actually,
Waker, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I would say that nowadays, honestly, but now I actually can't say that now.
Well, for GameCube, you would.
For GameCube, yes, but not for nowadays.
Oh, I mean, maybe he's just not an RPG guy. The closest thing to an RPG he has on here is Pokemon Coliseum, which is a spin-off.
And even then.
Which is not an RPG. It's just a spin-off of an RPG.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just not like a role-playing guy, He seems to favor action,
The platformers.
Platforming, action, beat 'em up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, Pikmin is a kind of a strategy game, but it's still, very action-based. Out of 10, I'm gonna be kind, actually. I'm taking off major points for the King Kong thing. I don't know what the fuck he's smoking on that, but I'm gonna give it a 6. Tanya, what say you?
You know what? I'm actually gonna have to agree with that.
6? Okay, Jesse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be a little kinder and say 7.
7.
I
Okay.
think it's pretty good.
He liked the King Kong game.
I secretly own 10,000 copies. Please buy them.
He owns all the copies.
I own all the copy of it.
Oh yeah, all the copy.
A new urban legend.
Now this next list, honestly, and once again for some reason I don't have who sent it to me on here, so let me get that here. Honestly, it's good we have you here, Jesse, because you may be the only one who gives a shit about this.
Hooray!
Well, you're Canadian.
Yes.
It's about hockey.
Yeah?
You like
and
hockey.
I don't care about hockey.
Yeah,
I like hockey.
Of course you like hockey. You're Canadian. I mean, come on now. Let me see if I can bring up who sent me this. I don't know why I don't have it. I think it was Uber McPhailsaw. Yeah, Uber McPhailsaw sent me. For whatever reason, this is from BleachReport.com.
Huh.
And there's a pop-up that I got to get rid of here. It's 20 best hockey players that never won a Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's rather specific. Okay.
Well, I hope you get some. It's good that we have you here because
Yeah.
me and Tanya don't give a shit about hockey.
I'm not an encyclopedia about hockey, but I might know some names.
All right, well let's see. Number 20 is Curtis Joseph.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he was a goalie for let's see.
I'm looking
the
at
Leafs
this. I'm looking at this, and he's been on like all the teams. So
yeah, but I mainly remember him from like the Maple Leafs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 19 is Dale Hunter.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. Let's see if it says what team he's on. There's a whole lot of text here. He was with the Quebec Nordiques
Awesome.
and the Colorado Avalanche as well.
Yeah, the Nordiques became the Avalanche.
Oh, okay. Number 18 is Peter Stas. How do you say that?
Stahan?
No, Peter Stastny.
Oh, Stastny?
I think that's how you say it. He was on the Nordiques as well.
Yeah.
He's from Czechoslovakia, so that's why I can't say his name. You have to have like 3 tongues to say that. Number 17 is Borje Salming.
Sounds familiar.
He was also on the Maple Leafs in the 70s and 80s.
Oh.
Yeah. Number 16 is Mats Sundin. I'm seeing a lot of like European names.
Mats Sundin.
Oh, Sundin, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Mats Sundin.
Okay, you're a big fan of Mats Sundin?
Remember, he was on the Leafs for a long time, and I remember there was this commercial for the Campbell's Chunky Soup, and his mom would come in and go, "Eat your Chunky Soup," and he'd be like, "Oh, Mom," and then he'd look at the camera.
They do that here with football players with the chunky suit.
Yeah.
Number 15 is it's Jean, but it's probably Jean Rattel.
No idea.
Well, because he was on the New York team, that's why you don't know him.
C'est dommage.
Yeah. Here's another French-sounding name. Number 14 is Gilbert Perrault.
Gilbert Perrault.
Yeah. This is going back to the 70s. So. He was on the Buffalo Sabres. Number 13 is Phil Housley. Or maybe it's Housley. It's Housley. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't call me Housley.
Number 12 is Norm Ullman.
Norm!
Oh, of course, him.
Good old Norm from
Yeah. Number 11 is Brian Propp, which I almost read as Poop.
He should be on the list regardless. Yes. Brian Poop.
Number 10 is Daryl Sittler.
I met him.
Oh, okay.
He has a lot of penalty minutes, I think.
Let's see, does it ever mention... It doesn't mention anything about his penalty minutes in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Number 9 is Adam Oates.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Might have heard it just on TSN or something.
Okay. Number... What is that? The TSN. The Sports Network? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You only have one in Canada?
Yep, just the one.
Number 8 is Mike Gartner.
Oh, I think he was on the Leafs too.
Yeah, you know almost all of these.
Yeah.
Number 7 is Pavel Bure.
Pavel Bure.
Oh, Bure. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
He was in the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Dale Hawerchuk.
That's a cool name.
If you say so.
Hawerchuk.
Number 5 is Eric Lindros.
Eric Lindros.
Lindros, okay.
He has not... I thought he won a Stanley Cup. That's crazy.
Says he hasn't.
Oh. That guy deserves one. He's pretty good.
Number 4 is Brad Park.
Brad Park.
That's going back to the 60s.
Oh, yeah. That's still not ringing any bells here.
Number 3 is Cam Neely. I thought he was a comedian.
You know what? Actually, that name sounds a little familiar, like from a video game I played once.
Cam Neely, though, isn't that the guy that did the comedy that charity thing with what's his face, the guy that talks really fast? Why can't I think of anybody's name today?
The guy does the Micro Machines commercials?
Oh no, not him, dumbass. What is wrong with you?
Jesse.
No,
dropped on my head earlier.
The blonde-haired guy with the cigarettes, and he sung the song "Asshole."
Oh,
I'm an asshole. What's his fucking name?
Starts with a D, I think.
Dick Bukaki.
Yes, Dick Bukaki.
And also Jon Stewart was involved in that. I thought the guy's name was Cam Neely that put all that together. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Pat LaFontaine.
Pat LaFontaine? Huh.
Is he related to the running guy? Oh, no, that's Prefontaine. Never mind.
Prefontaine?
Yeah, he was first because he's Prefontaine. And number 1 is Marcel Dion.
Marcel Dion. Nope, not that doesn't even ring a bell.
And he's number 1. I was thinking, well, it is going back to the 1970s, so.
Number 1.
Jesse, what do you say out of 20?
Out of 20, I don't know. I'll say...
If you don't know, then we don't certainly know. So.
I'll say 13.
13, okay.
A little better than half.
I'm going to go along with Jesse because I don't care.
Same here.
Okay.
I like hockey. Da-da-da-da-da.
Of course you do. You're Canadian. It's like in the Constitution. Okay, this next one I think is going to be of interest to all of us.
Okay.
Finally. This is sent in by SSerpent21. He apologizes for us not liking the Super NES games list he sent in. And he hopes he hopes that we'll like this better. Are we all fans of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Oh, yeah.
Tanya?
Not so much.
Really? You're dead to me now. You say you want me to die? This is his top 10 favorite Aqua Teen Hunger Force episodes.
Oh, cool.
He started at number 1, which is a no-no, so I'm going to scroll down here. Okay, number 10 is Ezekiel. Ezekiel, and he has description of it. A tiny talking milkshake keeps calling Master Shake Daddy. Impossible, since Master Shake has never had sex. At least Ezekiel is good at chess.
Oh, I've seen it. I've only seen it once.
Cool.
I'm over 4,000 years old. That was a good one. That was a good. No, I love at the beginning because he's this tiny little milkshake and he shows up at Carl's house and he knocks on the door and Carl opens the door and he's like, "Daddy?" "Yeah, next door, jackass." And then he goes over to the Aqua Teen's house and Shake happens to be the one that answers the phone. And he's like, "Daddy?" And he's like, "No." And he just slams the door on him and he goes back to Carl's house, but Carl's standing there with the shotgun. He's like, "Yeah, you just keep moving."
Awesome.
Number 9 is Global Grilling. The flavor beam coming from Frylock's new grill is heating the world and will soon destroy it. Or they could just turn the fucking grill off.
Yeah.
Well, from what I remember, it was so hot you couldn't get near it.
No.
And
you couldn't turn it off.
The polar ice caps were melting and there was a polar bear eating Meatwad's head. This little boy's eating my brain.
Well, it's like he's here with us right now. Oh, my God. Meatwad, how are you?
I wish Superman was here. Number 8 is Gee Whiz. Frylock thinks he's seen Jesus in a billboard. He must have, because afterward Meatwad is pregnant and wants his motherfucking ice cream. Ted Nugent appears to murder Carl and we get a lesson on standards and practices. That's one of my favorites.
I think I remember that.
With standards and practices, you can make a mediocre product that no one can relate to.
I'm going to have to rewatch these episodes. I really am.
Gee Whiz was a great one. You know what's funny is because, ATHF is known as being a very offensive cartoon, and they showed it to all these focus groups to see what they were offended by. And apparently all the killing and the dirty language and the blood and the sexual innuendo, nobody was offended by that. But anytime they said the word Jesus, that really offended people.
So they Jesus offends.
Yeah, so basically they did this whole episode about how they couldn't say the word Jesus, so they had to call him Gee Whiz. But the best part is Frylock trying to explain to Meatwad who he's talking about, but without using the name. He's like, Gee Whiz, Jay, son of G, died on the sea. I don't know who you're talking about. He looks like Ted Nugent. Oh, yeah, I know that old boy. He looks like Number 7 is just called The. Frylock moves out after Master Shake destroys the house with landmines, flaming styrofoam, and raw chickens, but Frylock isn't welcome in his new apartment. Shake's assholeness at the end is legendary. They all had that crusty eye thing going on, too, in that episode.
Ugh.
And they were playing chicken ball.
Chicken ball.
They were playing baseball, but instead of a ball, they were throwing raw chickens. It was really weird. That was not one of my favorites, though. Number 6 is Kidney Car. Carl's car is wrecked, so it's given to Meatwad, who wants to rebuild it, but repairing a car that Master Shake wrecked isn't so easy, especially using plastic toy tools. You need this drill. Number 5 is Total Recall. Frylock wants Carl to test his new super toilet, but things go awry and Carl needs to be rebuilt. We can rebuild him. With eyeballs.
I do remember that one, actually. I like that one.
We have the technology.
Hey, Fryman, why do I feel like the backs of my knees want to tear up? Number 4 is Super Squatter. Master Shake hasn't paid the bills, and in a surprise to no one, the power goes out, so he decides to live with Carl and ends up crippling him and burning down the house. You know, I know I've seen that one, but I'm not having a very strong memory of that one.
I've actually seen that one, and
I know I've seen it, I'm just not remembering it very well.
Doesn't Shake give him, I don't know, some kind of happy drugs, and then he just doesn't care that Shake is there anymore? He's like, yeah, you shot my arm off, but it's okay. Or something.
No, that was a different one, I think. Based on the fact that it's got the word super in it, I guess it was season 2, but I'm not remembering that one specifically for some reason. Number 3 is Supercomputer. Frylock invents a supercomputer that goes back in time and falls into the hands of a caveman who gains longevity, notable for Meatwad explaining how to play Clam Digger and Master Shake's asshole introduction to the caveman.
See, Clam Digger is the greatest video game ever made. In it, Tyrone calls you up and he's like, hey boy, I bet I can dig up more clams than you. And you're like, yeah, son. And you get your shovel and your pail and you go down to the beach, and the object of the game is to find parking.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah. Number 2 is PDA. Master Shake lost a PDA. Well, he wants one, and he'll travel to the lowest depths of a tar pit attraction to get one. Who wants to meet the captain and get sexy with him? I wanna. And finally, number 1, his favorite episode is Bad Replicant. The Plutonians clone Master Shake badly, and he ends up stealing Carl's car. Yeah, that's right. He, instead of looking like a cup, he looked more like a roll of toilet paper or something. I think they were calling him Major Shake.
Major Shake.
Hey, it's me, Major Shake. You sure? Yeah, I'm that guy.
I'm that guy. So kind of like an offbeat version of Master Shake.
Yeah, well, he was a fucked up version of him is what he was. These are not the 10 episodes. As a matter of fact, out of all these, the only ones that I would put in my top 10 would be definitely G-Wiz and possibly Kidney Car. The rest of them, I don't know. There's other episodes that I like a lot better. I'm going to give this a 5. What do you say, Jesse?
Out of 10? Some of these I haven't seen, so I'll give him more the benefit of the doubt and say 6.
6? What do you say, Tanya?
I'm actually going to say, because I do remember a few of them, yeah. I'm going to say a 7.
I mean, they're all good. It's just not the ones that I would pick, personally. Okay, so 7, a 6, and a 5. 5, 6, 7. 5,
6, 7.
And we're going to move on. He has sent me another list. Now, S Serpent 21, he's a big Howard Stern fan, so he sent in a Howard Stern related video list. And this is really good because he gives detailed descriptions of each one. I'm actually subscribed to him because occasionally he puts up really old Howard Stern bits. This is his 10 favorite moments from the Howard Stern show.
Oh, wow.
And, even if I know you guys both like Howard Stern, but you don't necessarily listen to it all the time.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. But he does give detailed descriptions, so that's good. Okay. Let's see. Number 10 is Howard and Gilbert Gottfried call Seinfeld's answering machine. I'll call you back, thanks, is what I said on Jerry's answering machine after Howard calls it. What follows is filling up the whole tape with Gilbert's Seinfeld impression, where any topic becomes material. When the time runs out, Howard calls the number back and the segment continues. Just busting on Seinfeld's balls there.
That's
awesome.
Great.
Why not? Number 9, O.J. Simpson found guilty in Vegas. Howard, Fred, Robin, and Artie all take turns doing their O.J. impressions while listening to a judge sentence O.J. to prison for his crimes in Vegas. I believe you just sentenced me to 3 months in prison. Number 8, Baba Booey gets the Sega Channel for Howard. I've actually heard this one. I think I might have heard it on his channel. Boy Gary gets Howard a great present for his kids. The new at the time Sega channel setup. Problem is it takes up a lot of space, and Gary didn't do any research about it beforehand, including that the product is not from a sponsor, which angers Howard even more. What follows is another near hour of busting Gary's balls, and the Gary puppet makes an appearance. Basically what happens is Sega called up the show and said, you want the Sega channel? And, they give it to him for free, and it wasn't even out yet. It's like Howard was like one of the first people to have it, and he hooks it up, and, his kids, because he's got 3 girls, they're all enjoying it, and, and then he finds out that Sega is not one of their sponsors. So he's like, the only way I would accept something is if it was from a sponsor, because, they're going to expect me to talk about it on the air, and I'm not going to do that. So then he had to give it back, and, man, he gave Gary the business on that one. Number 7, it doesn't matter. Howard gets a call from a black woman with a thick accent, and every time Howard questions her response, it doesn't matter. Oh, I remember that one. That was great. He couldn't get any questions out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing he said was getting through. She was just ranting and ranting and ranting, man. It was crazy. Number 6, Eric the Midget gets mad at Artie, and he gave a specific date because that happened like every day, November 11, 2009. The Grumpy Munchkin's newest attempt to scam money out of someone comes to a halt when he wants to do stand-up at one of Artie's shows and gets Artie to pay him. That was just shy of a month before Artie attempted suicide in late 2009. Before that unpleasantness, Artie canceled several shows, which meant Eric couldn't take money, and of course Eric got mad at Artie, citing an upset promoter and how it's all Artie's fault because of his drug problems. Everybody on the show proceeds to tell Eric to mind his own business, which of course Eric can't. Eric would apologize a few weeks later, no doubt, even due to even more hate mail he would receive over this. Fuck that fidget. I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe. Yeah, there you go. Eric the Midget is a piece of shit, man. I wouldn't mind just popping him a good one.
Really? He's that big of a douchebag?
Oh, he's an asshole. He really is. Yeah, he's an ingrateful fucking asshole.
Wow.
Number 5, and this is a classic, Fred almost dies at Scores. Fred is certainly odd. First he gets married without telling anyone, then he has the bachelor party with all the guys from the show, sans Stuttering John showing up at Scores. After some lap dances and enough booze to give Fred an astronomically high blood alcohol level, Fred passes out and breaks his face open, falling over. A trip to the emergency room later and some stitches, and Fred was fine. If you can call being Fred Norris fine.
Good heavens. What an exciting evening.
He probably barely remembers it.
Yeah.
My personal favorite Fred moment was then there was a caller that called in because he saw Fred and his wife at a restaurant, and they were getting into a really bad argument. They were fighting with each other, and the caller called in to talk about it, and Fred got so angry, and he's like screaming that he's going to kill the guy. It was great.
Holy.
Yeah. Number 4, Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf versus Jamie the Dwarf. Hank was the greatest whackpacker, always taking one for the team, a great sense of humor, and didn't take himself seriously. In short, herp derp. He's everything Eric the Midget isn't. When another dwarf named Jamie calls in upset with Hank, citing Hank could be giving a little people a bad name, Hank tears into him over how he was just himself and he doesn't care what people think of him. Hank was taken from us way too soon, proof that the good die young and Eric the Midget will live forever.
Huh.
That's probably true, because Eric the Midget, he was supposed to die, when he was, 20 or so. He didn't have a good lifespan, and he's still hanging on because evil never dies.
How old is he?
He's got to be in his 40s by now.
Oh, man. Doubled his life.
He's got to be in his... Let me look it up, actually. I don't want to find it. I don't know how old he is. Let's see. His real name is Eric Lynch, but I'll never find him that way. So we're going to type in Eric the Midget.
You probably get more results.
Oh, actually, he was born in 1975, so that would make him 37. So I was close. 37. Yeah, he's 37. But yeah, he'll never die because evil never dies. Number 3 is, this is a gross one, Ratzo's Toilet. Larry Ratzo Sloman, fantastic, has a cheap house with a cheap bathroom with cheap plumbing that is so shoddy you can't even flush toilet tissue down the drain. You have to throw it in the trash can, meaning the room stinks to high heaven. Howard is screaming with laughter by the end of this discussion, and the fact that Gilbert Gottfried is sitting in for the story makes it even better.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that's almost like a precursor to Ass Napkin Ed as well.
Ass Napkin Ed?
Yeah, they call him that because he's got a major case of a sweaty ass.
Oh, swass.
So he sticks napkins in his crack.
Well, that's gross.
Yeah. That is gross. Number 2, Howard's girlfriend Ralph fails a lie detector test. Howard had the extremely entitled and arrogant Ralph, my least favorite member of the show, hooked up to a lie detector and had Ed Torian proceeding to ask Ralph questions to determine Ralph's masculinity and if Ralph is, as some think, gay. Have you ever sucked a cock? Such questions included, have you ever touched another man's private parts, and does the smell of duty turn you on? Scoring the test, Ed determined that Ralph had scored even less than O.J. Simpson did on his lie detector test, which Howard refused to accept. Ed Torian cracks me up every time, because he can barely get through the questions without laughing.
So like he's halfway through and he's already going.
They feed him, yeah, exactly. They feed him the most ridiculous question, like, I mean, does the smell of duty turn you on? I mean, that's funny. Number 1. His favorite moment from the Howard Stern Show, Robin's birthday at Jackie's. Sure is sign that Jackie doesn't give a shit about anyone. When Robin goes shopping with the wives of the show, Nancy offers to have Robin's birthday at Jackie's house. The day of the party, Jackie, instead of getting things ready, decides to swim out to his jetty and get loaded and let his friends' houses be filled with his guests that he wouldn't be interacting with. As guests forage for food and drinks at Jackie's many beach shanties, the food comes late. Jackie has no propane to cook the food with. Guests start to leave. The cake for Robin, which was a giant chocolate cake tits, gets smashed in the box. Oh, they're smushed titties. And in short, the party was a train wreck, and all the while this is being recanted by Howard. Jackie even says, I don't care.
It's a nice impression.
Well, that's what he sounds like. I'm sorry to say.
The worst part of that whole thing is the smashed titties. You can't have smashed titties.
I love that the cake that they made for Robin was a chocolate titty cake. Because what is she known for? Her giant chocolate boobs. I mean...
No kidding, man. Jeez.
Yeah, she's got a rack of the century there. Out of 10, this is... I mean, it's not the list... It's not the 10 that I would pick, but... You know, I don't know if I could just pick 10. I'm gonna give this an 8. What do you say, Tanya?
I'm actually going to go a little higher and say a 9.
9. What do you say, Jesse?
You're more the expert on this than I am, but they all do sound pretty funny, so I'll probably go with an 8 as well.
You know what I really am surprised was not on there was the original Baba Booey gag about how Gary got the nickname. And if you guys don't,
some classic Howard Stern.
Because that's what S Serpent's into. He was collecting these animation cells and just spending a ridiculous amount of money on these animation cells, and he was mainly collecting Disney, but he said he might go into like the Hanna-Barbera, and his favorite characters were Quick Draw McGraw and that little donkey guy that hung out with him, which was Baba Louie, but he kept saying Baba Booey. And every time Howard said Baba Louie, he was like, no, Baba Booey. And he's like, no, you're an idiot. It's Baba Louie. You know? So they started calling him Baba Booey, which he claimed, oh, you guys will forget that in a few days. And, of course, 30 years later, they're still calling him Baba Booey.
To this day.
Yeah. All right, we're back to Shodate, our Japanese friend. And he has given me another 1, 2, 3, 4 lists. Thankfully, they're not top 100 lists. First up is his top 20 RPGs for those new to the genre.
Whoa, what?
He's saying, like, these are RPGs you should play if you're, like, new to RPGs. This is, like what would get you into them, I guess.
Like entry-level type thing, or just, like, general?
Yeah, I think he means, like, just... Well, these are, like, if somebody was saying, I want to try out RPGs, these are the 20 games you would give them.
Huh, okay.
That kind of makes sense.
All right, so we're going to start off here. Number 20 is Ultima 4, which I have to vehemently disagree with, even though it's a great game. It's a very, Eastern style, managing everything complicated RPG.
Like
Western style, I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's very, PC and nothing is simple in Ultima 4.
Like, I've seen the Ultima games. I've seen people play them, and they seem not the kind of RPG I'd want to play if I'd never heard of an RPG.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have to agree, yeah.
I kind of want my hand held a little more than that.
Number 19 is Rogue, which is going way back. Rogue. It's the original dungeon crawler. As a matter of fact, before they were calling them dungeon crawlers, they were calling them roguelikes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Rogue is so old it didn't even really have graphics. I mean, wow, I don't know about that one. Number 18 is Wizardry. That, to me, falls in the same category as Ultima.
I wouldn't say wizardry. That's not even...
No.
No.
No, I don't know about that, yeah.
Number 17 is Sheeran, which I think we know it as Sheeran the Wanderer, which is that's a very new one. That's on the Wii.
I haven't even heard of it.
No, me neither.
It's Chunsoft developed it, and I think Atlas published it.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, it's also on PSP, but we didn't get the PSP version. We only got the Wii version.
Is it any good, or...?
It got really good reviews, but I've never played it, so I can't comment on that one specifically.
Well.
Number 16 is East 2. I don't know why you'd pick East 2 specifically when that begins with the end of East 1.
Wouldn't you pick East 1 to bring him into the whole thing?
Yeah, you figured it'd be the easiest too, maybe.
Number 15 is the original MSX version of Hydlide, which...
Hell no. Hell no.
If you wanted to show someone, like, the primordial ooze that RPGs came from. But, you know...
I've only played the NES one.
The problem with the NES one was that they didn't change anything. They just ported it, and even though it was like 6 years later. So you got to think of that game as actually a lot older than what it, you know, like it's way older than Zelda and East, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend that to somebody who's new to RPGs, though, because it's very hard.
It's extremely difficult. No.
This is like the opposite list for those who are grizzled veterans.
Yeah, exactly. Number 14 is Esper Dream, which I'm not familiar with. It was on the Famicom Disk System. It was made by Konami. I couldn't tell you anything else other than that.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Me neither.
We didn't get that one. Number 13, Final Fantasy VII. Now, see, that is a game that I would recommend to somebody who's never played RPGs.
That's pretty easy to pick up, so I would say so.
Especially since
kind of walks you through it.
Especially since Final Fantasy VII doesn't really have a particularly long prologue. It pretty much drops you into the action right away.
Mm-hmm. And then you learn everything as the game goes.
The materia system's pretty easy to pick up, so I would say so.
That's the first one on here that makes any sense. Number 12 is Deep Dungeon 3, which, well, I mean, if you like dungeon crawlers, that's a good series to go by. I just don't know that 3 is any particularly better than the other ones.
If you're going to start off at an entry level, it needs to be with the first one, not the third one. It doesn't make any sense at all. But
maybe the third one's easier.
Yeah, kind of like comparing like Final Fantasy to like the first one to, you know, the later series.
Yeah, exactly. Number 11 is Shin Megami Tensei 2, which I could see because the story is really interesting and that might suck people into it.
You know, I actually have to disagree with that because I think the systems in that game are a little complex for some of the entry-level players out there.
I agree, but I think that they'd be sucked in by the story, and then that would keep them interested. Number 10 is Fire Emblem 7. Now, I don't know that I'd recommend any of the Fire Emblem games to someone new, but let me just figure out which is the 7th one here.
Maybe 7th is the easiest of them all?
Well, once I figure out which one he's talking about, I would be able to tell you, because they're not really numbered, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's including strategy RPGs too. Okay.
Yeah. Let me look up which one is the 7th game here. I have a feeling that it's going to be something ridiculous. Let's see. Okay, that's actually the first one that we got, the Game Boy Advance one.
Oh, just called Fire Emblem?
Yeah, for us it's just called Fire Emblem. That actually, out of all of them, I would say that would be the one to start with.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Either that or the remake of the original game on the DS, Shadow Dragon.
Oh, Shadow Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 is Mother Gaiga's Counterattack. I have never heard of that in my life.
Sounds awesome, though.
Mother Gaiga's Counterattack. What the fuck is that?
Is it like a Mother 4 sequel or something? Or something weird? Or
I just Googled it, and the only thing that I found that calls is the same exact list that the same exact guy apparently posted on a forum.
Oh my god.
Just the other day he posted it on
I
there.
wonder if it's a fan game.
That's possible, but I can't find anything on
Reskin of another game? Who
Google
knows?
about it. I'm just going to move on here. Number 8 is Fushigi no Dungeon 2, another dungeon crawler. Another one is number 7, Torniko Fushigi no Dungeon. We know that one as the Torniko The Last Hope game.
He digs the dungeon crawlers.
Yeah.
At least for entry-level people, apparently.
This guy doesn't get it. Number 6 is Final Fantasy V. Now,
No.
that one
What?
is that's a little difficult, don't you think?
Which one?
Yeah.
Sorry?
5.
Ooh, E.
That the difficulty curve in that game, no, it's not even
And
remotely close.
I gotta mention that the story is not that hot on that one, so it's not gonna suck someone in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I like it a lot.
Oh, I like it too, but
not-
it's...
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Number 5 is Romancia, which was Dragon Slayer Jr., and that one I can kind of see getting into action RPGs because that's I mean, it has a time limit. You know, it only takes a half hour.
Really?
So it's a short game, and it's something that you could just pick up and play. So I can actually see that one.
Okay.
Number 4 is Seiken Densetsu 3.
No.
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 I get 2 maybe, but no.
No, not 3. No.
Really?
No.
Not even close. No.
It's like a million characters, and it's no. No.
Just no.
Number
Oh, well.
Number 3 is Dragon Quest Tenku no Hanayome, which is Dragon Quest V. Now, certainly this is the most epic one on this list.
Hand of the Heavenly Bride?
It's not the easiest, though. Not at all.
Well, it's not the most difficult of the Dragon Quest games, that's for sure.
No, it's not the
Thank
most
goodness.
difficult.
If I was going to recommend any of the Dragon Quest games to someone who's never played an RPG in their life, I would actually pick 4.
See, I was just going to say that.
Now, why 4?
Because it starts off with a very simple mission where the first chapter is short, it's easy, and it gets you into the whole swing of things, and then you know, like, you only have one character, and then the second story you have 2 characters, and it sort of builds you up to the
It's a really good guide in the beginning. It
Yeah.
really gets you like a tutorial almost. It's really good.
Number 2 is Saga 2. We know that one is Final Fantasy Legend 2. And I wouldn't recommend that to a new person.
I don't know.
That was pretty damn difficult, especially at some parts.
And his number 1 pick for an RPG for someone new to the genre is Ys 5. Now,
5?
Ys 5 is interesting. It is an easy game, but as a matter of fact, it was so easy that the fans complained and they had to release a hard version. But
Hard type?
honestly, it's called Ys 5 Expert.
Oh.
Honestly, if you're going to use that type of game with that type of difficulty, wouldn't you put Legend of Zelda Link to the Past there?
Yeah, actually. It's
You know,
way easy. Really,
Because also the thing about Ys 5 is it takes you a while to actually get to the gameplay part too.
yeah, this is a very...
So I would, you know, like Jesse said, it's like the opposite of what he was trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
the only ones that really make sense on there is like the junior one and 7, Final Fantasy 7. It's really
Yeah, I
good.
could see Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII did make sense. The rest of these, I'm not so sure about. Sorry, out of 20, I'm going to give this 3. What do
I
you
want
say?
to go lower and say it too.
You say, Jesse?
I'm going to go with Tanya and say it too.
Yeah, fail.
Yeah.
Male.
Fail, snap.
Spread a little fail sauce on that toast.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting. It's his top 10 RPG makers. He's not talking about engines. He's talking about people who make RPGs.
Oh,
Oh,
So
like
these are his-
developers?
interesting.
Yeah, but not like companies. The specific people.
Oh, okay.
There you go. All right, so let's see. Number 10 is Kodama Reiko. And I'm actually looking her up right now.
Could you?
Oh, they didn't put what games they're in charge of?
No, she created Phantasy Star.
Oh,
Okay.
And she also directed Skies of Arcadia.
I like Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, so
And I love
that's
Fantasy Star. So.
that's a good one there.
Mm-hmm.
So at least this one's starting off a lot better than that last one.
Yeah.
He puts the last name first too, I'm noticing. So that's actually Reiko Kodama. That's a Japanese thing. They like to put the last name first. So number 9 is Takashi Tokita. And he was the lead designer on Final Fantasy IV. He also directed Chrono Trigger and Parasite Eve.
I know he sounded familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And many other games, but those are the ones that he's most known for.
Awesome.
That's pretty epic. Yeah. Okay, so the number 8 is Masaya Hashimoto.
Oh.
He created. Let's see. He worked for Quintet, and the Illusion of Gaia, Terra Enigma, Soul Blazer, ActRaiser, those kind of games.
You mean the strangest games on the face of the planet?
Yeah, but some of them are awesome.
They are awesome, but they're
Completely
strange as
agree. Absolutely.
Very strange. Especially, Illusion of Gaia was weird. Number 6 is an American.
Da-da-da.
An American who worked on Japanese games.
Yeah.
His name is Hank Rogers. He is the creator of Wizardry.
Oh, the whole series?
Yes.
Okay.
And at number 6 is Julien Lefebvre.
Oh, mon Dieu.
Bonjour, Lefebvre.
Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu, yeah.
Je mange le pamplemousse dans la bibliothèque.
He is the original creator of the Elder Scrolls.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So that really...
That's big.
That's a big one, yeah.
Do you think he still has a hand in it today?
I don't think he does, actually.
Ah.
I don't think he does. Number 5 is Richard Garriott, another American who was way more popular in Japan. He, of course, is the creator of the Ultima series.
Oh, Lord British?
He is Lord British.
Yeah.
He is Lord British.
Cool.
Number 4 is, I don't know if he's putting the first name last or the last name first or what's going on. Shigesato Atoi.
That sounds familiar.
Well, he's best known for creating Earthbound, so
That's it.
I poop on him.
Oh, don't poop on it.
I poop.
I poop.
I poop.
Earthbound's a great game for me to poop on.
For me to poop on.
Number 3 is Kia Yoshio. I'm going to look that up right now. Kia Yoshio. Oh, she works for Nihon Falcom.
Oh, okay.
Yeehaw.
So that probably means Ys and Legend of Heroes and all
Legend
that
of
stuff.
Heroes, yeah.
I can't. Lead designer of Legacy of the Wizard, which is his second favorite game of all time. Number 2, Hironobu Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy.
Of course.
Yes.
The Man, or also known as The Man.
Yeah, da man.
The main man.
And ever since he left, well, whatever.
It's been up and down, yeah. And number 1 is Yuji Horii. He is the original creator of Dragon Quest.
Fucking A, man.
Yes.
Hell yes.
He also
Lives on today.
Yeah, he also created Itadaki Street and a bunch of other games, believe it or not. But of course, he's well known as the creator of Dragon Quest. He also worked on Chrono Trigger.
Oh, wow. Dream Team.
Wow.
He was
No wonder that's such a good game.
He was on the Dream Team, yeah. So that's, okay, out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9. I'm taking off 1 point for the Earthbound guy.
Same here.
10.
Bastard. His next list is top 20 third-party franchises that started out on Nintendo consoles.
All right, so hold on.
I kind of like that.
Top 10 third-party franchises.
So he's basically saying top 10 franchises that started out on Nintendo. But they're not made by Nintendo.
Not Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, this ought to be interesting. Okay.
All right. So number 20, Rockman. Of course, we know that as Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Did start out on Nintendo. Number 19 is Great Battle. Have either of you ever heard of Great Battle?
Is that like
No.
Ogre Battle or?
I don't know. I just looked it up now. It's a Namco Bandai thing. It's like a robot war thing.
Oh,
I don't know.
Robots fighting each other.
Haven't heard of that before.
No, neither have I.
Number 18 is Itadaki Street, which did start out on the Famicom. Number 17, Akumajo Drakuya. We know that one as Castlevania.
Castlevania, yeah.
Number 16, Star Ocean. Of course, that started out on the Super NES.
Beautiful series.
Number 15 is Mahujin Guru Guru.
There's the Guru Guru again.
Yeah, that we never got that. It's another Enix thing. So there you have it. I don't really know anything about that. Number 14 is Fire Pro. I think it's a wrestling thing.
Fire Pro Wrestling, yeah.
There you go. Number 13 is Saga. Of course, that started on the Game Boy. We know it as Final Fantasy Legend originally.
Yes.
Number 12 is Hanjuku Hero. It sounds like Handjob Hero to me.
I'd hate to see the peripheral for that.
We know it as Soft Boiled Hero.
Oh.
It started out on the Famicom.
Okay.
Eventually moved on to PlayStation 2, DS, a whole bunch of things, yeah. Number 13 is Front Mission. I think that started on the Super NES.
Robots fighting again? Robot suits?
Well, no, that was people in mechs fighting each other, yeah.
I've actually played a couple of those games.
They ain't bad, actually. They're pretty good. Number 12 is Famista, which is one of those very Japanese baseball games. Started out on the Famicom. We got the first one. It was actually called RBI Baseball on the NES.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
That was Famista, yeah.
I didn't like that game.
Now, the next one, I have no idea what the Angelique is number 11.
That sounds like a porno.
It does sound like a porno, and...
Sounds like a porn star. Angelique.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
It's made by Koei. Apparently, it's a fantasy RPG. Plays a 17-year-old girl named Angelique.
Okay.
Blah, 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 yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check this out.
It's a fresh new idea.
There's been there's been RPGs, there's been dating sims, there's been board game titles. Yeah.
The whole franchise.
Yeah. Number 10 is Ogre Battle. Can't go wrong with that one.
Ogre Battle's awesome.
Ogre Battle, yeah.
Seems alright.
Number 9, Seiken Densetsu. Of course, started out on the Game Boy. Final Fantasy Adventure. Number 8, Breath of Fire. That also started on the Super NES.
Another awesome series.
I'm ashamed to say I've never played a Breath of Fire game. Yep.
Seriously?
You should feel bad.
Well, actually, my girlfriend who just moved in, she has Breath of Fire 2.
That's the one to start if you want to kill yourself.
I was just going to say, if you're going to start off at any of them, start with like Breath of Fire 3 or 4.
3 would be the one. 2 is a great game. It's just mind-destroyingly hard.
It's so freaking difficult.
Damn.
Yeah. Now, okay, I call bullshit on this next one. Number 7 is Dragon Slayer, but Dragon Slayer did not start on a Nintendo. It started on PC, and he should know that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Was it a Nintendo company PC thing, maybe?
No, it was the PC, the NEC PC 8801, just like East started out on.
Oh, wow.
As a matter of fact, the original Dragon Slayer was never released on a Nintendo console. There was a sequel to it that was released for Game Boy.
Oh.
So, there you go.
No sufayo.
That did not start on a Nintendo console. Number 6 is Tales of, and this is interesting because not many people realize that Tales of did start on the Super NES with Tales of Fantasia.
That's an awesome game.
I didn't know that.
It was on the PlayStation, but before it was on PlayStation, it was on Super NES.
Really? You didn't know that, Jesse?
No, I did not. I only knew of the PlayStation.
It's not common knowledge.
Wow. I knew that way back in the day. I love that game.
And by the way, the Super NES version has better graphics.
And better sound, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, my girlfriend just told me she has Breath of Fire 2 and 3.
3 is awesome. You should play that one.
Play 3 first, yeah.
3 would be the first one to play?
Yeah. 2 is incredibly hard. Number 5 is Fushigi no Dungeon. Now, I'm not sure that started on a Nintendo console, though. Fushigi no Dungeon. I'm looking that up now, actually. Fushigi no Dungeon. It's Mystery Dungeon. The first one was... Okay, no, yeah, it was Super Famicom. All right. I'll give him that one.
Okay.
Number 5 is Megami Tensei. That started on the Super Famicom as well.
Obviously.
Way back.
Number 4 is another one I'm going to call bullshit on.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Ys.
Are you
PC?
serious?
Everybody knows Ys started on PC.
That's when I actually knew.
I mean, I mean, come on. Number 3 is Final Fantasy. Of course, we know that started on the NES.
Yeah.
Number 2 is proving that this guy might actually be taking crack because he's got Dragon Slayer again.
Wait, what?
What?
So Dragon Slayer, which started on PC, he had that at number 7. He also has it at number 2.
They're not that far apart. That should be noticeable.
On a top 20 list, you really, I mean, on the top like 500, I can see making that mistake, but on top 20... That's bad. And number 1 is Dragon Quest. I don't think any of us are surprised by that.
Well.
Out of 20, I gotta say, why don't you go first, Tanya?
Well, let's see. He's got 2 of the same ones on there twice.
And that one was not a Nintendo series.
Not Nintendo series.
Neither was Ys.
Neither was E. Oh, guys. I'm actually gonna go. I'm actually gonna say a 7 out of 20.
At a 7 out of 20. I'm gonna be a little kinder. I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 20. What do you say, Jesse?
I was thinking a 10, right down the middle.
Okay.
Some good, some bad.
There were other things that he could have put on there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That weren't repeats or actually did begin on Nintendo consoles. You know what I mean? It's weird,
Yeah, it's been a little strange.
Okay, and the last list that he sent me from Shodate is his top 10 fighting games.
Cool.
Now this is interesting because there's been so much RPGs from this guy. It's
I'm
nice.
actually surprised.
It's nice to hear that he's into other types of games. So this is his top 10 fighting games.
They'll be all Dissidia Final Fantasy.
Actually, that's not on here.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
But what is on here at number 10 is Ys vs. Sora no Kaseki Mugen Saga, which is the Ys and Legend of Heroes crossover fighting game.
I have not played that. Maybe I should actually play that game.
It'd be interesting to see it at least.
Wasn't released here. Good luck on that, Tanya.
I'll see if I can import it.
It's PSP, so you should be able to import it no problem.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Tekken 2, which, no.
Tekken?
Tekken anything, no.
No.
Tekken 2,
No.
All you do is get an angry cat to jump on the controller and you win.
Yeah, the cat doesn't even have to be angry. It could just be mildly annoyed. Number 8 is Garu Densitsu, King of Fighters. And no, that is not King of Fighters. That is Fatal Fury.
Oh, take that.
Yeah. Garu Densitsu is Legend of the Hungry Wolf, and we call that Fatal Fury. But the first one, if you remember the original Fatal Fury, the full title was Fatal Fury, the King of Fighters.
Oh, you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that technically the first King of Fighters then?
Well, it's basically the same series because King of Fighters originated as a crossover between Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting.
Oh, okay.
Many of the same characters. Number 7 is King of Fighters 98. I guess if you're going to pick one, that's the one that most people seem to go for.
Okay.
Number 6 is Mortal Kombat 2.
That was a great game. It
Was
was.
good.
I actually think that might have been the only one that came out in Japan.
Really?
Was it really?
I know the original Mortal Kombat definitely was not released in Japan. But Mortal Kombat 2 was, but it was heavily censored. They changed all the blood to green. And,
I thought Japan would be like cool with that though.
No, they're not. They're not. And the fatalities, the screen would go to black and white because that's like how they censor violence in Japan. So if you don't see color, I guess they think that that's better.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm looking at the history of the series right now. Mortal Kombat 3 was never released in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think... I think that 4 may be the only one to ever be released in Japan. Mortal Kombat 4 was never released in Japan.
But 2...
2 was, yeah. As a matter of fact, it's got the title there, Mortal Kombat 2 Ultimate Godly Fist.
So they went from 2 to 4?
What was that?
So they went from 2 to 4?
No, 4 was not released there.
Oh, 4 was not released there.
4 was not released. I'm looking at all of them now. Let's see. Deadly Alliance, was that released there? No.
Was the latest one, do you know?
I'm getting there. Let me see if Deception... I honestly think that Mortal Kombat 2 was the only one. Deception was not released in Japan.
What?
Armageddon was not released in Japan.
Oh my god.
Seriously.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that Mortal Kombat 2 was the only one. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe not released in Japan, and the new one was not released in Japan.
Oh my god.
Pissing money away.
So that's the only one that they ever got over there.
That's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Number 5 is Street Fighter 2. You can't go wrong with Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. Who hasn't played Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, that one was made in Japan. So
I'm actually surprised it wasn't Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
well, he doesn't specify any specific version.
Oh,
so,
okay.
you know.
Just the Street Fighter 2 series.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. And the same thing for the next one, which is Street Fighter 3.
Oh, the Third Strike?
I assume. Well, Third Strike was the third version of Street Fighter 3.
Oh.
There was 2 versions of it before that, so... No,
I only remember the title Third Strike.
that was the third one.
Oh, Third Time's a Charm?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Number 3 is Ryuku no Ken 3, which is Art of Fighting 3 on Neo Geo. Number 2 is World Heroes 2 Jet.
Huh, I played World Heroes. It's okay.
World Heroes 2 was better than World Heroes 1, and Jet was better than that. But I'm surprised that he didn't pick World Heroes Perfect, which was the last one.
That's what I would have picked.
The name describes it.
And finally, his number 1 pick for Best Fighting Game is Capcom vs. SNK Pro.
No.
I have not tried.
Not 2?
Yeah, why not 2?
2 is way better. Like, Pro is good, fun for a little while, but 2 is one of the best fighting games out there. I'm surprised that he doesn't have, like, really crazy Japanese things on here. Like, I'm surprised not to see, like Tatsunoko versus Capcom on here, you know?
I love Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
It's a hell of a lot of fun. Out of 10, I mean, this is a good list. You know, I mean, like you'll think, like, okay, Mortal Kombat 2, why would you pick 2? But that was the only one in Japan, you know?
That's all they had.
Yeah, so I like that he put Street Fighter 3 above 2 because it was the best one. I'm going to give this a 9. Jesse, what do you say?
I'm thinking a little lower, like 7.
7? Tanya?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go a little higher and say an 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 7, 8, 9.
9. Okay, now, Dimebag Zombie sent me a couple of lists, and I think he might have been smoking a little Sinsemilla when he wrote these lists.
He's a lover of ganja, too?
I think he is, because none of these make any sense. I was when he sent it, I looked at it, and I'm like, what is he talking about? He prefaced his thing, a few dumb shit lists with a hopefully plausible point.
Oh, boy.
I get all right.
And we're about to get into surrealness here. He doesn't even number them properly. He numbers them all weird.
You are now
Killer
welcome.
7 surreal?
Yeah. Okay, so his first one is top 10 reasons why. That's top 10 reasons why.
Why what?
I have no idea. And neither does he.
I think I know what number 1's going to be.
Why not?
What do you think? Yeah, why not? Right?
Why not, or just because?
Yeah. Number 10 is Reagan beat up my dog for a popsicle.
What's these song titles?
Yeah, right.
Hey, why not?
Number 9 is Mr. Bates insisted I choose room 1.
Uh-huh.
Guess that's a reference to Psycho.
Bates Motel, yeah.
Number 8 is Popeye in Driving Ms. Daisy.
I kind of like that.
It's funny, you know. Number 7 is The Dipshit Preacher Won't Refund My Prayers.
I swear these like ZSA
He's
titles.
preaching
Seriously.
dipshits.
Yeah. Number 6 is Tony Stark never got an anvil mobile.
What? You built it in a cave from scraps.
Number 5 is I stuttered at my child's elementary school admission. I Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
Number 4 is the stars never really went to war. Boring. I guess he's talking about Star Wars. Yeah. Stars never went to war.
Nah.
Number 3 is Samuel L. Jackson hasn't replied. Oh, sorry. Samuel L. Jackson hasn't replaced James Hetfield.
That would be a nice twist.
And he doesn't have a number 2. He has 2 number 1s. So the first number 1 is I Forgot. And the second number 1 is I Forgot That Too.
Oh my God.
Bravo, sir.
Now, before we rate this, let me read the rest of his, because they're all similar. And then we could just give his whole thing a 1 out of 10.
Okay.
So his second list is top 10 ways how.
Okay, I see how this is going.
Yeah. Wow. Number 10 is Juice Up.
Yeah.
Woo.
Number 9 is Stroke a Cat for Days and Hope for the Best.
That sounds so...
Yeah. Not going to touch that with 10-foot pole.
Yeah, number 8 is Bring Out the Gimp.
Bring out your gimp.
Why not? Number 7 is Sell Your Soul to a Homeless Guy.
You do better with it than I could.
And number 6 is Shake Hands with Kurt Russell.
Is that another name for masturbating?
Number 5 is... Wow. Well, if you call your penis Kurt Russell, I guess. Number 5 is Start a Church in Your Honor and Break from It. Number 4 is Phone Chuck Norris and Pretend You're His Dead Bunny.
Aww, breaking the guy's heart.
Number 3 is Slip on Pee-Pee in a Costco and Marry a Dense Blonde. Actually, he's referencing King of the Hill.
Oh?
Because that was Lucky. He had all that. He didn't have a job. He had sued Costco because he slipped on pee-pee and hit his head, and then he married Luann.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He doesn't like the number 2 because none of these have a number 2. He has a number question mark instead. Number question mark is forget 2 on all your bogus lists. And he doesn't have a number 1 on this one. He has a number RIP. So number RIP is fuck a 1 for good measure.
Oh my god.
All right.
This guy.
His next list is top 10 places where. Number 10 is in the jacuzzi of the Death Star.
Nice.
Yes.
I don't know if they have that installed yet. Number 9 is dodging death in the rings of Saturn.
Jeez.
That sounds epic.
Looks like a metal cover.
Yeah.
Like a metal album cover.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Number 8 is a strip club in downtown Raccoon City.
I go there.
Place, I don't know, the place is pretty dead most of the time.
Yeah.
Hey!
Why to check out the zombie tits?
Yeah, why not?
Number 7 is Rehab with Jack Nicholson.
That's...
Could be entertaining.
I guess.
A lot of boobs.
Number 6 is Being Beaten to an Inch of Your Life by Pac-Man.
Okay, that's epic.
That's weird. Yeah. Number 5 is in any Arnie movie playing someone that pissed him off.
Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied.
Number 4 is the Wolverine section of the Aquaman Zoo. Fuck was he smoking?
Oh, man.
Number 3 is dreading the number 2. Number question mark is talking philosophy with John Borman.
John Borman?
I have no idea who that is. And number 1, I have no idea. And number 1 is not having to put a bullshit number in a bullshit slot. And he has one more list of this type, which is top 10 times when.
Ooh.
Pressing onwards. Number 10 is when someone solves the lament configuration box.
My brain just exploded.
Number 9 is the ending credits of an Uwe Boll movie.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's what you'd be saying at the ending credits. Number 8 is Charles Bronson shooting people. Why not?
That'd be kind of cool. I'd watch.
Number 7 is The Birth of Tony Iommi. Whatever.
More like the Afterbirth.
Number 6 is The HAL 9000 Bullshitting Dave.
I can't do that, Dave.
Number 5 is Being Bitten by a Rooster on the Achilles Heel.
Fuck.
Ow.
Number 4 is Transcribing Your Interview with Sid Barrett.
Sid Barrett.
Wow.
This guy's going places.
Number 3 is With Your Friends at the latest Justin Bieber concert.
And my brain just died.
Yeah. Number question mark is When You're Not Even There.
Uh-huh.
And
Our body moment.
And number 1 is Laughing at how the 3 had a red typo thingamajig over the musician's name and how true it really it is.
Huh?
I echo that. Yeah.
Okay, I all 4 of these lists, out of 10, I give them a huh? Or you know what? No, I'm going to give him a question mark.
I give him a grilled cheese sandwich out of 10.
Okay, grilled cheese sandwich, a question mark. What do you say, Tanya?
I'm actually going to say clam chowder.
Clam chowder. Okay, delicious. Okay, well, he did send one legitimate list.
Okay.
Which is his top 10 favorite songs by The Who.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah!
I knew somebody was going to do it.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Pinball Wizard.
Classic.
That's a great
I
song.
guess they'll all be classic, right?
Probably.
Probably.
Number 9 is My Generation.
Hmm?
The stuttering song. People say I get around. Number 8 is Won't Get Fooled Again.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Exactly. Number 7, and this is going way, way back in time, Boris the Spider.
Whoa.
Boris the Spider. That's a weird one. Number 6 is Love, Rain, or Me.
Or me.
Yeah. Number 5 is The Real Me. I don't think I know that one.
Hmm.
I don't know that one either.
Number 4 is Baba O'Reilly, which should be number 1 because it's the greatest song they ever wrote.
It's got some cool keyboarding in it.
Yeah. Number 3 is Bellboy. All right, fair enough. Number 2 is 515. That one tends to get overlooked.
Oh, but look, it's not better than number 4 there. So.
No, it's not. And number 1 is Dr. Jimmy. So those are his favorite Who songs.
No, The Seeker?
That should be like number 2 right after Baba O'Reilly.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's hard to just pick 10 songs.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have put Boris the Spider on there.
Yeah. Maybe they just wanted some cred, like, look, I pulled this song out of my ass.
Yeah, that's an old one too, man. Out of 10, I'm going to give this a 7. What do you say? Jesse, we'll have you go first.
I'm thinking 6.
Tanya?
I have to go to 7, actually.
Okay. So we're all pretty much on the same page. Now,
So,
Tanya, if you remember last time, we had the Moogle Master, because Nintendo Power is coming to an end, he sent us their top NES games and their top Game Boy games.
Yes, and I remember I couldn't stand it.
that was part 1, and he would continue it. So he has 2 more lists. So here are the top 20 Super NES games as according to Nintendo Power.
Really?
Most of this, but yeah.
Get ready for the regulars.
Yeah. Number 20, Pilot Wings.
Eh.
If you want to tear the tiny hairs out of your asshole.
Yeah.
That game was nothing but frustration.
Yeah. Number 19 is Earthworm Jim, which sucks.
On retrospect, I agree this time.
You know what I'd like to say to the guy who created Earthworm Jim? Your game is bad and you should feel bad.
Gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, number 18 is Axelay. Nintendo Power put Axelay in their top 20.
Axelay?
And this is only 20 to choose from.
I mean, that's kind of an obscure one.
For Super Nintendo?
I guess they think it's that good. The staff.
Number 17 is F-Zero. You can't really argue with F-Zero.
F-Zero, okay, yeah.
High charge
Number
racing.
16 is Final Fantasy IV. Of course, they called it 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 15 is Secret of Mana, which I feel is vastly overrated.
It is a great game, though. It really is.
It's great, but it is
it-
definitely a little fluffed up more than it ought to be.
Oh, I agree. But it is a good game.
But Tanya, is it better than Final Fantasy IV?
No.
Hell fucking no. Hell fucking no.
Exactly. Number 14 is Super Punch-Out. That one's actually a little underrated, I think. So
I really like that game.
I really like the game, too.
That's hard as balls.
I'm glad they gave it its due. Number 13 is Turtles in Time. You can't have one of these lists without putting Turtles in Time on it.
Probably
One of the greatest
it's
beat 'em
my
ups.
favorite fighter, or beat 'em up.
Yeah, I think it is the best beat 'em up of all time.
Yeah.
Number 12 is ActRaiser, one of my favorites.
Awesome.
I like the side-scrolling, but...
We know. You suck at Sims, we know.
I like the sim part of it.
Number 11, Mega Man X.
Great game.
Fantastic.
Number 10, Super Castlevania 4. Yeah,
One of my personal favorites. I love that game.
I found that game really hard when I was a kid.
Well, it was hard.
Yeah, but that didn't stop me from dying a million times because I love it.
You eventually got through it, though, I'm sure.
Yes, I did.
Of course. Number 9, Super Mario Kart. That's a typical one there.
Oh, yes. Love
Number-
Honestly, I don't even like that game that much on this. Honestly.
I liked it, but I think that the series got significantly better after it.
The N64 version was my version. I like that version of it.
I think that they did top it with the DS one. The DS one was fantastic.
Yeah, Mario Kart DS.
That was the best one. And this is a Super NES list. Number 8, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
I hope they don't have Mario World 1 ahead of it.
Yeah, I was about to say that myself. Tanya, before you were on List Critics and me and Jesse, we would get all these lists of Super NES games, and they would always put Mario World 1 above Mario World 2.
Why?
Because they're idiots.
No.
So we'll see. Number 7, one of the tiniest favorites, Contra 3.
Fucking A, I love that game.
Oh, that game makes me tear my hair out.
It's tough, but it's so fun.
Yeah, it's worth the pain.
Yeah.
Blow everything up.
Blow shit up. Continue.
Number 6 is Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. Probably the best fighting game on the system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely packed.
Number 5, and I'm actually surprised to see this one from Nintendo Power, is Chrono Trigger. They didn't really give it much time of day, but I'm glad they put it on there.
They damn well better have.
Yeah.
It's only the greatest RPG of all time. Come on now.
Number 4 is Super Metroid.
Oh, you can't have a list without Super
Now
Metroid.
you're getting into the elite now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Final Fantasy VI. Of course, they call it 3, which Jesse finally finished his LP of recently.
Oh,
and
really?
I looked back into his channel to see how long it took. I looked back to see part 1 when it was uploaded.
How long
took
did it
him
take?
37 months.
37 months.
Oh, yeah. I took my time on that bitch.
I told him he should
Wow.
play Dragon Quest VIII.
That'll take him.
10 years.
10 years. Yeah.
At this rate.
Yeah.
Jesse, you say you just finished your LP of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check it out. I haven't seen that. I'll have to go check it
Yeah,
out.
Tanya is subscribed to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, believe me, throughout the entire series, there will be a change of me being very clean cut and never swearing or anything to
Well, she's seen the older ones.
throwing shit out the window. And
Well, you know what it is. You meant me.
I see how this went.
He never cursed before I met him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was subscribed to him and he was subscribed to me, but we didn't really know each other on a personal level.
Yeah.
And when we started talking is when he started cursing in his videos.
You corrupted him. That's awesome.
Yeah. And he had a couple of people unsubscribe because of it too.
Yeah, due to religious views. Oh my god. Don't get me going.
You know, there's nothing in the Bible that says you can't slap a bitch. Anyway.
Wait, doesn't it condone that? All right, we're getting...
Oh, yeah, that's off topic. Number 2 is, I can't believe it, but it's Super Mario World.
Well, are you saying...
You know, Super Mario World is a great game. It definitely belongs on the list, but not at number 2. Come on.
Maybe
Number 2,
maybe
really?
like in the high teens.
They're saying it's better than Final Fantasy VI.
That's
It's
dumb.
better than Chrono Trigger? Fuck
It's
yeah.
better than Mario World 2, which, come on, they improved everything in that game.
I can't argue much with their number 1 pick, which is The Legend of Zelda:
A Link to the Past.
Can't argue much with
Greatest
that.
games of all time.
I could play it over and over and over.
The Moogle Master who sent me this, he doesn't like the list very much. This is what he says. He says, seriously, no Earthbound, no Super Mario RPG, not one Donkey Kong Country game. Final Fantasy VI should have been number 1, hands down. Final Fantasy IV should have been much higher. Well, I'm glad they didn't put Earthbound on there, because Earthbound fucking sucks ass. But
I think Earthbound should have deserved a slot. Maybe somewhere in the top teens, like I said before.
Really?
I know I'm alone on this one. You're not voicing the opinion.
The sad thing is, Jesse, that you're not alone on this. I mean, here at List Critics you are, but many people love Earthbound, and they talk about it like it's Chrono Trigger.
But it's okay. It's good. I'm not going to be the voice of Earthbound. It's good, but it's not great.
Mediocre. It's middle of the road generic RPG.
Can I just say, I need to put this out in the open because I have to know. All right, Jesse.
Yes.
As someone who actually, I should say, rather enjoys the game.
Yes.
To an extent. All right, now, this is just my own technical perspective on this, okay? So you have these graphics, and I played the game, so can't say I haven't played the game. I've seen the game's graphics. I've seen the game's sprites. They're ridiculous. They are. It's ridiculous. It's not even remotely close to even good 16-bit graphics.
And it came out in 1995.
Yes, it came out in the later part of the system's life, for crying out loud. Put it this way, 1 year later, what came out 1 year later after Earthbound?
Final Fantasy VI.
Yes. So, okay. So, putting that aside, then you've got the battle backgrounds, which, by the way, are like freaking...
And by the way, compare it to Nintendo's other RPGs, like Fire Emblem and Zelda. And
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you got these wavy backgrounds, these battle backs that
always give me a headache.
Yeah.
Apparently they're based on mathematical properties or something weird like that.
They're based on drugs, dude.
It's based on radio blurs. What's based on? and then
don't even get me started on the story to that game, though.
No, what story? What story? There is no story. It's
I don't know. Aliens come down, or the Gygus comes down to Earth, and the what's his name? Ness has got to stop him.
By praying.
Ragtag group of people by praying. I thought that was kind of a dumb part of the last boss. Spoiler alert.
But the last boss of the game should be the most epic part of the game.
It was kind of freaky. The last boss, Gygus.
I won't take that away. It actually looked to be kind of freaky. But here's the thing. You beat the final boss by praying at it. It's just...
Like, you know, Dragon Quest VIII did that prayer thing, but then you had to actually fight him afterwards.
Right.
You know? You prayed to get rid of the barrier, you know?
I mean, but if you did a side-by-side comparison of graphics, sound, and gameplay value, and everything, from, like, Earthbound to Final Fantasy VI, or Earthbound even to Chrono Trigger, you just tell me that there's no comparison between the two. I mean, really.
There is no comparison. I just think it's fun. I just have fun playing it. It's not my favorite.
Got to get you a copy of Dragon Quest V, because that's what Earthbound was a rip-off of.
I actually have Dragon Quest V on the DS.
Have you played it?
Yep.
So then you know that's what Earthbound could have been, because if you've ever played it on the Super Famicom, and I have, you know, it looks very similar. Obviously, the graphics are less cartoonish and a little better, even though it came out like a few years earlier.
But
the system, the battle system, the way of moving around and everything, like it's almost like it's the same engine. It's almost like Nintendo borrowed their engine.
I gotta say though, I don't understand the almost godlike worship that Earthbound gets.
That was the next question.
I just had an argument with somebody about it on YouTube, and he was like, well, you don't like Earthbound, then I question your passion for RPGs, and I'm like, bitch, I make RPGs.
And I love all kinds of different RPGs, from Dragon Quest VIII to Final Fantasy games.
Absolutely, and I said, you know, it's not that I hate the game. I think the game is mediocre and boring and dull. It's that the fans that drive me crazy. It's the people who turn it into like it's something. They talk about it like it's Final Fantasy VI, and it's not even Final Fantasy VIII. Okay.
It is.
Don't get me started on Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, that's one of the worst RPGs ever created, in my
I
opinion.
ain't junctioning nothing.
All right. It's a little better than 8, but you get my point.
But it just, I just don't understand the whole worship of the game. I just don't, honestly.
You know what gets me is when people call it epic, and
No.
they don't know what that word means.
The story isn't that epic.
If you want to play an epic RPG, how about Final Fantasy Tactics?
Or how about Final Fantasy 6? Or how about Final Fantasy 4? Or how about Dragon Quest 8? Or, I mean, come on, there's plenty of them out there. Chronicles of a Dark Lord.
Chronicles.
Hey now.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the one RPG that I would classify as, not my favorite, but the most epic would be Dragon Quest V, because of the story spanning a person's entire lifetime.
Entire lifespan from
That is really
actually a
epic.
little kid.
I mean, to start off as a little 6-year-old kid traveling with your father, and then going to the end where you and your children are going into hell to rescue the soul of your mother.
Talk about epic.
That's
is
pretty
epic
friggin'
RPG. Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that. Okay, let's rate this list. Did we already rated it. So let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
This is our last list. Okay, it's our second to last list. Sorry.
Ooh.
We have 2 lists left. This is also from the Mogul Master, and this is the same thing from Nintendo Power. It's their top 20 Nintendo 64 games.
Okay.
So here we go. Number 20 is Blast Corps, which I wouldn't expect to see on a top 20 list.
It was one of the launch titles, wasn't it?
I don't think... No, it wasn't. It was near the launch. There was only... the only launch titles are Mario, Pilot Wings, and Wave Race.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, it was one of the first few, anyway.
Blast Corps is a lot of fun, but I wouldn't put it in the top 20.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Number 19 is... Really? Wow. Okay. Number 19 is Pokemon Snap.
I owned this game.
In case you're not in the loop, this is a game where you don't capture Pokemon, you don't make them fight, you just take pictures. You don't even have freedom of movement. You're stuck on rails and you look around and you take pictures.
I played the shit out of this game when I actually owned it.
Why?
I don't know why. I just liked trying to get all the Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all, huh?
Yeah, gotta snap them all.
Yeah, but why
South
would you?
Park episode.
But why wouldn't you just get the Pokemon for Game Boy where it actually had gameplay in it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say.
Well, I guess I can probably guess that you probably had a hard time seeing the Game Boy screen, though.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I had a magnifier for it, though.
Oh, that's cool. Number 18 is a game that I've never even heard of, and I've played many, many, many Nintendo 64 games. It's called Rocket Robot on Wheels.
Huh?
I'm guessing from the... neither of you guys have ever heard of it either.
Yeah.
No.
This game that the 3 of us, who all own the Nintendo 64, never heard of, made it on Nintendo 64, Nintendo Power's...
Top 20.
Top 20, and I'm just looking at it. It looks like the most generic platformer that you could imagine.
I don't
And it's
understand.
not like they're pushing it to sell copies or anything.
It looks like something that like it could have been like another Chameleon Twist.
So why is it on there?
I don't know. Nintendo Power is weird sometimes. Number 17 is Mario Golf, and I know you laugh, but that was a pretty fucking good game.
That was a good game.
It was a good game. It was.
Although I did greatly prefer the one on the GameCube.
Same here.
Yeah.
I like playing as Petey Piranha.
Everybody liked Petey Piranha because he was the best character in the game. Well, actually, my friend Brandon would come over and play that, and he would always zoom over to Petey Piranha, but I would get him because I'd play as Bowser, and that would be the second best character. But yeah.
And you were just better at it?
I was, I'm better at any golf game than he can be. Number 16 is Rayman 2: The Great Escape.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the whole Rayman thing is pretty bogus, and that it didn't get good until the recent one on the Wii.
Origins, I like.
Yeah, Origins.
Origins was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 15 is Super Smash Brothers, which I can understand why it's on the list, but honestly, that one grew the beard with the second one.
Yeah, good analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was I? Number 14? Oh, Tanya. They're catering to us on this one.
Oh.
Ogre Battle 64, person of lordly caliber.
Yes! Fucking A! Yes!
Yay!
You know, that was like a godsend from, you know, because if there was one type of game that was not very prevalent on the Nintendo 64, it was RPGs.
Especially strategy RPGs.
Let us not mention Quest 64.
Quest was lousy. Iden Chronicles was lousy. You know, there was the Zelda games, but they're action RPGs.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then along came Ogre Battle, a real hardcore and one of the greatest, too.
I still play it. I love it. It's just,
Yeah. Number 13 is the other great Japanese-style RPG on the system is Paper Mario.
Paper Mario, can't go
Love
wrong.
it.
Yeah. You know what's funny is those two are the only two Nintendo 64 games that I have on the Virtual Console.
Huh. Funny how that
Wow.
works.
Actually, they're the only two Virtual Console games I have, period, is Ogre Battle
Wow.
64 and Paper Mario. I don't
Wow.
go much for, because I have the emulation, you know.
Yeah.
But those are the two I wanted to have on the Wii.
Gotta have.
Actually, if they ever released Dr. Mario 64, I would get that one.
Don't they have some kind of Dr. Mario thing on the Wii?
Yeah, but I want Dr. Mario 64.
Oh, okay.
You know it can't be emulated.
No?
There's some kind of chip in it that, you know, it hasn't been figured out.
Damn you! Anyway.
Yeah. Number 12, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, another game that can't be emulated.
I remember renting it. Pretty fun.
I played the second one. I never actually played the original. The second one on GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11, F-Zero X. I've said you can't go wrong with F-Zero.
That's my favorite F-Zero.
Yeah. Number 10 is Conker's Bad Fur Day. You knew that.
Oh, one of my favorites.
It was pretty good.
Number 9 is Wave Race 64. I'm kind of surprised you have chosen poorly.
I thought it was okay. It was a good rental for me.
Sounds like the baby's freaking out. I'm glad we're almost done here.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Jet Force Gemini, which I never kind of saw the big deal about that one, to be honest.
I never played it.
I played it. Blah. It was blah.
Yeah, blah. Number 7 is WWF No Mercy.
I like No Mercy. So good. I actually got a request for it. I can't wait to play it.
Are you going to make fun of the wrestlers at least?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, okay, at least there's that.
I just like the gameplay.
Yeah, well, you know. I've heard it is actually a good game, but not kind of thing.
You and your wrestling. Yeah.
Well, you know. You know, people think that I, like, really hate wrestling, and then I just like making fun of it.
Just trolling.
Yeah, basically. Number 6, Majora's Mask.
I like it more than Ocarina of Time.
I like it less than Ocarina of Time.
I don't know if I'm part of a majority or minority in the world right now, but
Yeah,
I really like it.
I honestly think it's about 50-50.
Yeah?
That some people like Ocarina of Time more, and some people like Majora's Mask more. I like Ocarina of Time more, personally.
Fair enough. It's great.
Number 5 is Star Fox 64. That was one I could never get enough of.
Do a barrel.
Oh,
Yeah. Trust your instinct.
You know, I knew somebody had to do it, but I thought that it would be Jessie that would do it.
Nah. She beat me to it, that's the problem.
Oh, okay. You were going to, in other words.
Yeah.
Number 4 is GoldenEye.
Still like it.
I
Still
played
want
the
to play it.
fuck out of that game.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody played the fuck out of that game.
Four-player deathmatch. Slapping.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Slaps only.
Yeah. Number 3 is Mario Kart 64, which is a spectacular racing game.
I'm still going to destroy you in that game one day. I'm going to do it.
You would be very surprised, Tanya.
I think you will be surprised, my dear.
Who's your character?
Me, it's either Bowser or Yoshi.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Yoshi's very good. I'm a Wario person. Number 2 is Super Mario 64, which I'm not surprised to see on the list, but I'm surprised to see it at number 2.
I mean, there were better platformers.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
say.
why, yeah. And number 1, say it with me, The Legend
Legend of
of Zelda.
Zelda,
Ocarina
of Time.
This is not a very good list.
I'm surprised Banjo-Kazooie wasn't,
Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie,
Banjo 2.
Perfect Dark.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
on that list? Yeah.
I mean, just very strange choices like Pokemon Snap and Rocket Robot on Wheels.
Makes me think of like Chibi Robo or something like that.
Yeah, well, that was GameCube.
Yeah.
Out of 20, I'm gonna give this 10.
I'm kind of leaning more towards 11 or 12. I'll say 12. I'll be.
I was gonna lean lower, to be honest, but I gave him extra points for Ogre Battle.
Even though I'm glad they get Ogre Battle, and I'm going to say 8.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready for the final list?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Is your body ready?
My body's ready.
Reggie. This is from Spike.com.
Great.
Top 10 worst songs that were #1 hits.
Oh, wow. I love this already.
Yeah,
Okay.
So these are songs that did make it to #1, but they're considered bad by whoever wrote the list, which...
We built this city?
D. Sussman. That was not a #1 hit, though.
Really? I thought it might have been back in the day.
No, and I don't think that's such a bad song as everyone says. I don't get the hate there. Okay, so number 10... Oh, you bastards. Number 10 is Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Really?
Oh, we just got rickrolled.
I like that song.
Yeah, if you ever get rickrolled, might as well listen to it.
I always listen to it. I think it's a decent song. What? Really?
Yeah.
Number 9 is Bat Dance by Prince. Now, that is a bad one.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Yeah, that was #1. I never understood that one. Number 8, going back to 1988, Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Don't
worry, be happy.
Be happy.
I was 8 years old when that came out, and I was so sick of it.
Me too.
I was
You did it every day in elementary school.
Yeah. And there was... Okay, Jesse, thank you. And then there was those buttons with the smiley face.
Oh, I hated those.
Number 7, I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. And I always said the full title of that should be I Want It That Way, and in parentheses it should have said In the Asshole.
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like.
Fucking boy bands.
Number 6 is I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred. I'm actually kind of shocked that was ever #1.
I would have thought maybe that was #1 by, like, kitschiness.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's not like a good song.
You know what? It became a meme before there were memes. You know what I mean?
Well, there were always memes.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. It's just like
Before
it caught
internet
on.
memes were a thing, yeah.
Yeah. It caught
Number 5 is Bad Day by Daniel Powder. You guys know that one?
Is it the So You Had a Bad Day?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
I hate that song.
It's like, I wouldn't call it like a terrible song, but it's definitely irritating.
And it's just teeth grinding.
Yeah. Number 4 is Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baha Men.
Who? That should still be #1, man.
No, you know what's funny?
Where's my Gatorade?
I'm going to tell you 2 funny things about that song that you probably never knew. One is it was a cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that somebody else had wrote it and the Baha Men covered it. The second thing I'm going to tell you is that was actually written for one of the Rugrats movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's where it first appeared. It was on the soundtrack to Rugrats in Paris. Or was it Paris or London? Something like that. One of the European cities.
Rugrats in Fiji.
That would be interesting. How about the Rugrats Go to Hell?
Yeah.
Let's go to
See that.
Rated NC-17.
Oh, God. Number 3, and I couldn't agree more. This is a terrible, terrible song. Wannabe by the Spice Girls.
You know, they actually performed that at the Olympics recently.
Really?
Aren't there only like 3 of them left?
No,
still
they all got
kicking?
together. They all got together
even-
at the Olympics. Yeah.
You know, that was in 1997. I remember very clearly my sister, who was around 13 or 14 years old at the time, was way into the Spice Girls. And that drove me crazy.
In 1997, who wasn't into the Spice Girls?
I wasn't.
Well, me too. But, I mean, the general public.
So that's 3 people who are into the Spice Girls.
All right, number two is the Macarena by Los Del Rio, and that was a stupid, horrible song.
I got old the moment it came on the air.
Yeah, it did.
And number 1 is You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
Ah,
That's a bad one. That's a bad one.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have a story with that song.
I
When
wanna hear it.
when I lived at this older place, like maybe a couple years ago, every day at the same time, I could put my ear to the wall if there was no sound in my place, and I could hear the same guy singing "You're Beautiful" every day.
Oh,
and
man.
And I could tell, like, it wasn't a recording because he'd sing it a little different each time.
That's
So
hilarious.
Maybe that was his shower song.
I don't know. I didn't hear any shower running, but
Oh, wow. There you
That's
go.
torturous. That's pure torture.
I even recorded it, like, on my old video camera.
Oh. Do you still have that video? You should put it on YouTube.
No, I think I erased it when I deleted everything.
Would have gone viral.
Should have.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, hey, hold on a second here.
I like the Weird Al version, "You're Pitiful."
You're
Yeah.
pitiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was just answering Blackwell. He needed something, and I can't help him right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so, wow. I like the Rick Astley song, but other than that, these are terrible, terrible songs. He does have a little note here at the bottom. He says he one that he left off was Crank That Soldier Boy.
Oh, I remember that song.
Which,
that has that stupid dance.
Superman Dad Ho.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he put the explanations of the song's ultimate crappiness would have taken up the entire list. Sorry. So in reality, that's the real number 1 right there. So he really shouldn't have left it off.
Not a fan of Soulja Boy, I take it.
That's a terrible, terrible song.
Yeah, sure is.
I have a story about that. I have actually danced to that song.
What?
What?
Why?
I was drunk.
No
You had to be
excuses.
drunk.
I was really drunk. It was at my sister's wedding. And I'll tell you a little bit about how drunk I was. Well, you've probably seen the video on my channel. I performed the ceremony, and then after that, we had champagne toasts, champagne toast, champagne toast. So, and then we had hors d'oeuvres with champagne. So, by the time we got into the reception, I had about 6 glasses of champagne in me,
Okay.
and then I started aggressively hitting the rum and cokes, which the girl bartender, she mixed the rum and cokes exactly the way I like them, which is rum with a splash of Coke. And I could make up a number as to how many I drank, but I would probably be off because I don't actually remember. I do remember that the bartender said that she was running out of glasses at one point, and that she suggested that many of those glasses would be found at my table. So that's when I kind of decided. But anyway, I was physically dragged onto the dance floor by about 6 or 7 of my female cousins. They literally surrounded me, picked me up out of my chair, and dragged me up to the dance floor.
You poor soul.
And it was okay at first because they were playing like a Michael Jackson song, and you could kind of dance to that. And then they started playing the Soulja Boy song, and I guess I just rolled with it.
At that point, you want to because they will descend upon you.
Yeah, and then, well, actually, I walked off about like halfway into the song and went to the bathroom, so I didn't even get through the whole thing.
I think you saved your sanity
Yes, I did.
and your lunch.
Well, you know what it is I realized I had to go to the bathroom, and I was at the point where going to the bathroom was an epic journey.
Oh. Were you curdling?
Well, no, I had to pee really badly. You know how when you're drinking a lot, you got to pee like every 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
it's just that walking and it was a chore.
This is the beginning of a story.
It it was a chore to walk. Like I think one of my uncles described that me walking down. It was in a hotel. Walking down the hallway towards the bathroom was like watching a pinball go back and forth, hitting the walls. Yeah, exactly. That's how far gone I was. But yeah, that's my embarrassing story about that. What are you sending us, Tanya?
I just thought I'd share that because with all of our problems today, this is something that's going on.
Okay, so Facebook cracks down on insincere likes. What is it, from The Onion?
No, it's from News at Yahoo.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're practically The Onion these days.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Newly improved automated efforts will remove those likes gained by malware, compromised accounts.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, we gotta get back down to earth and rate this list out of 10. and Jesse, you had not throughout the whole show had the opportunity to go first, so I'm gonna ask you to go first here.
I don't know. A lot of these are pretty bad, but I gotta confess, I do have a soft spot for the Rick Astley.
Come on, who doesn't? Anybody who doesn't like that song is just a poopy pants.
So I think I'll just knock off the 1 and give it a 9.
I agree. What do you say, Tanya?
I was actually going to say the same thing. So
Three nines. That's not bad. I mean, honestly, I think you could have just knocked that off and put the Soulja Boy song at number 1, and
yeah, there you go.
Would have been a 10. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, wow. I really wish that you had that videotape of the guy singing "You're Beautiful."
Oh, it's so bad. Every day for as long as I lived there, which is like maybe half a year.
Oh wow. Every day, huh? So I'm thinking like maybe he's in the shower every day singing that song, you know?
Yeah, but there's other songs out there. Even other James Blunt songs.
Well, I hope there's not other James Blunt songs. That one's bad enough. Yeah. I was just thinking of that old Ray Romano joke back when he was a stand-up comedian. He would joke about his shower routine and, you know, that like part of it was that he would sing Piano Man every day.
Oh, jeez.
The Billy Joel song, and then of course he would jerk off.
The climax of the song.
No, after the song. After the song. But it's kind of weird when you think about it. He sings Piano Man and then he jerks off.
It's so bad.
Okay, so that's the show. That's everything. That's all of our lists. We got through it in pretty good time. Pretty good time. So Jesse, thank you for joining us this month.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
Yeah, we might have to make it happen again, depending on schedules and everything.
I think that'd be awesome. I mean, it's good to have you on, Jesse. It's like yes and me.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you, Tanya, and you too.
Who's Tanya?
Tanya. Tanya.
Is that like some weird Canadian affect? Tanya.
Tanya.
Yeah, and you're GC.
GC.
Jesse.
Yes, I am.
Wow. All right, this is VMX saying sayonara, suckers.
Bye, everybody.
Later.